Okay, welcome everyone to 2025. It's a new year. We're on the
Woo!
start of a new League of Legends season. The season of Noxus is upon us. And the most exciting thing, a new CMSA season has officially started. Week 1, here
Woo!
we go. Uh, Good evening, everyone. I'm Sam VC. I will be one of the streamers for the night, and I'm joined tonight with Soup. Welcome to the broadcast.
Good to be here. How you doing, everybody? It's gonna be a fun night. I have a beer in my hand. There's gonna be some League of Legends being played. So let's have some fun.
It's gonna be great. I'm hoping to follow John's team tonight on Hui's Hotties. But before we do that, let me quickly kind of introduce who we are and what we do. For those tuning in, we are CMSA Esports, largest esports or LGBTQ plus organization in the Midwest, and we have many other games, not just League of Legends, including Fortnite, D&D. We've got a book club. We've got all sorts of things going on. There right now, Marvel Rivals, little game maybe you've heard of, is a hot thing among the player base. So we dabble in all sorts of things. But tonight the focus is on number one, League of Legends. So here we are. Each week we're gonna watch. We have three different divisions to watch, three different levels of play. We've got Pearl, we've got Ruby, and we've got Topaz. Tonight we're gonna start by watching our uh, lovely Pearly Girlies in the Pearl League. And Soup, you play in the Pearl League, so you are fortunate enough to know a lot of these players. I've played with a ton of these players, having been in the league a while, so it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
New to
Can't
the
wait.
New to the format, Soup will be with us this week and another week later on, and we're gonna kind of rotate through some casters from the division. So we've got someone each week lined up that'll kind of know the players and know where we're going. So right now we're just gonna wait for John and Hui's Hotties to get into their first game.
Yeah. Do we have the matchups also?
Yeah, let me pull that up. So we've got Hui's Hotties, and on this team's roster we've got John, Kung Pao, Liam, Skippy McSkipper, and someone else we're not sure of quite yet. And they're going to be taking on, let's see, where is Hui's Hotties? They're taking on Smolder Snacks.
Ooh.
Can you see who's on Smolder Stacks or
Yeah,
Smolder
we
Snacks?
we have Home of Sexual, Goji Daddy, Nintenjon, Silver Sam, and then we have another, which I'm assuming is a sub for tonight.
All right, we're good to go. We're good to go. I know John and Kelton both on the same team as Mr. Raccoon is pointing out in chat. There's just we were looking at who to follow, and both Soup and I were like, well, we know people on every team. We're intimately acquainted with
Yeah.
folks on every single team, and some new faces though. I'm so excited we've got some new people playing.
Right.
I wanna before as they're loading up, I wanna have you seen the cinematic for the new season, or have you read any of the patch notes at all?
I have read the patch notes. I did not get to watch the cinematic just yet.
Oh, the cinematic is good. It is it's really fun. You get to see so many little matchups. I was surprised at one of the characters. Like you had Katarina, who I feel like is in just pretty much every League cinematic has to feature the redhead in it. But then
Ooh.
you also had Elise, who was just looking amazing in the
Ooh.
cinematic, and I feel like you don't get to see Elise a whole lot. So that was a fun, that was like one of my favorite parts. Uh,
Ooh, nice.
Dirge,
Yeah.
we are following Pearl tonight, so that's going to be week 1. Next week we'll be following Ruby.
And then the week after will be Topaz, yeah?
That's right, and then back to Pearl.
All right.
Just a few weeks,
Nice.
and we're good to go. What do you think about some of the changes? Anything stand out to you?
I'm very curious to see um what will happen between this week and next week adjusting to this new jungle objective.
Yes. What is?
Because
Do you know the name of it?
Otacon, Atakhan.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know how to pronounce it. I was gonna let someone else try it first. Otacon. We'll go with that, or Otacon.
Yeah, it felt weird because every time I think Otacon, I think about the guy in the radio and in the headset for Metal Gear Solid. So I'm like,
I
but
every
yeah,
time I saw it written, I just thought it was auction. Like I thought it was the champion name. I was like, wait, what is this?
Mm.
He's an objective now?
Yeah, he's an objective. I read the patch notes and it's a doozy. It took you for a doozy. I don't know if you have you read them yet?
I have. I'm not an expert. By no means am I an expert, but I I read through them and I watched like a short little video kind of summarizing them. So I know kind of what's going on.
Yeah, because as far as I know, it's supposed to be like it spawns at 20 minutes, and then it tracks the game between when it starts till 14 minutes based on which team has like more kills, and that determines where it spawns.
That's crazy. And it's
Yeah.
always in the river, but it just determines if it's like top side or bot side.
Yeah, so I think it's because it's located in the river, like near where the pixel bush is, that very small bush in the river. So I think if red team is the one that's ahead, it will spawn on their at their pixel bush, and then if blue side is the team that's ahead, it spawns on their side in the pixel bush.
That is so interesting. And then like the buff you get from it
Y-
changes, right?
yeah, so it mentioned that there were two versions. It the way that they described it is high action versus low action. I don't really know what that means.
Huh.
If I had to go on a hunch, I would say maybe it's some kind of number of kill threshold between both teams. Like if it meets a certain kill requirement between the two teams, that'll determine which version you get essentially. But each version gives you a different buff when you claim it basically. It's a lot.
That is
It's a lot.
that is a lot. I one thing that is kind of wild is the one like buff where there's like a respawn mechanic.
Yeah, yeah. It will put you in stasis, and then afterwards it teleports you back to base. And then
What?
the person, yeah, so it says like it's called a one-time mitigation effect. That that's in quotes. So
Okay.
I think it's when you die. It's like a guardian angel, I guess, where it basically revives you. So after you go into stasis and then you recall back to base, the person who would have killed you basically instead gets 100 gold. So they don't reap the full benefits of the kill,
What the
but
heck?
instead what you get out of it is that they take away that one per game effect, which is that recall.
One of my favorite things to do in League of Legends is like tower dive. I can never I'll never forget like being a new player and then obviously just like right clicking the tower and dying. But then I became terrified of towers and I would never get close. And then you kind of finally learn it's like, oh, they're kind of they can be kind of puny if the cards are right and if you're
Right.
doing things correctly. And then tower diving can be so much fun. And you see it really only two times in the game right now, I feel. Either really early, like pre-plates falling and there's like an overload and something's happened or someone's been poked out, or in the hyper late game when you've got like a Cho'Gath or something that is just so big they officially ignore towers now. So
Right.
getting that, I feel like that's what I would want to do. I was like, okay, let's get this and let's just all go tower dive. Let's go full send.
Let's go. Full send, full send.
Thank you, chat, for telling me that my mic got quiet all of a sudden. I'm still working on technical stuff as well as everything else, so hopefully that's a little bit better. I just tried to crank it up, so we'll see how where that goes. It looks like the players are all in and are starting champion select. Let me stream that for
Ooh.
you
Yes,
so that you
please.
can see that soup, and then we'll be good to go. Thank you, somebody just subscribed, John, for 10 months. Amazing. Thank you, John. All right. Pike and Smolder are the bands. Let me click this button. There's so many streams. There's so much to do on the CMSA Discord. It makes navigating so fun. Share my. All right. Hopefully you can see that soup.
Yep, I see it.
Perfect. What can you tell me about some of these players? Any signature champions? Anything that you're not surprised to see banned?
For one, I am not surprised to see the Lux ban. I think that's just a very consistent ban that I've seen across all divisions, but more prominently in Pearl. I also do see the Echo because I do believe Skippy is amazing at that champion. And who else do I see? Oh, the Tahm Kench as well. It's really good for homosexual. Very important to not have him on that champion.
And Tahm Kench is just so good right now. I feel like I just see tons of Tahm Kenches in the bot lane. One of the one of the all-time most annoying things you can face right now.
Right. You have all this engage. I have a get out of jail free card.
Jogun says, I'm rooting for not Liam and a few others. I'm also rooting for not Liam because I play not just League of Legends with not Liam, I also play on a volleyball team with not Liam. So excited that also is on this team. See if he'll carry
Ooh.
the Hui's hotties like he carries us on a Sunday afternoon.
I see a Victor. I've been seeing so much Victor. I know that around the time when Arcane came out, Victor got buffed and he was very, very good. I know that's been a few weeks since then. Do you know if he's still pretty good since that?
Yeah, as a as a bot lane ADC player, Victor's still very good and honestly one of the
Really?
best bot lane APCs you can go as well. So very very
Oh,
strong
okay.
in both mid and bot and top lane. I've seen him
Top
absolutely
lane.
everywhere, absolutely everywhere.
Wow, I don't think I've seen him top lane yet. I don't know if we'll see him this game, but I will be looking for I'll be expecting a Victor top next time. We got the Poppy. Let me see. Aphelios.
I know. I'm wondering if that's like an Aphelios Nico. I hope it's a Nico support. One of the people I like to play that likes to play that I like having play support for me is a Nico player, and they can just that character can just do the trickiest things with a little bit of creativity. And I'm gonna
Count your
the
minions.
one,
Count
yes,
your
exactly,
minions.
exactly. You're having to do everything. I mean, he had one game where he was the fruit, like the little jungle fruit. We were all posturing
Oh
around
my
dragon, and he's just like full sends, full commits as a fruit, and hits a 4-man Nico ult to win the game. It was
Oh my
unbelievable.
god.
I'll
Oh
lose
my
it.
god.
I'm on the Nico look all game. So in the middle of the team battles, be trying to search for the Nico.
Oh my god. The creativity, it goes through the roof when it comes to Nico. And it's not just it's like anything, right? As far as I know, you
I
can
think
copy
if you
yourself into
can
anything.
Yeah, like if you can click on it in the game. Well, not like turrets and not Baron. That would be hilarious though. But yeah, most things that have a health bar that you can click on, you can do it. Including Callista Sentinels, which I play a lot of
Oh
Callista.
my
So,
god.
and one of the weird things is if the thing that Nico has been coded to can't be attacked by a turret, transforming into it means you will not be attacked by a turret. So you can actually set up some really
Really?
interesting dives where you send in the Nico as a Callista Sentinel or something that turrets ignore, and then make it happen.
Huh. So it still takes the tower shots, just not the damage.
No, well the turret doesn't even focus it. Just completely ignores it.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh my god.
just like
Wow,
it
so
would
you're just
exactly.
free to walk in dilly
Yeah.
dally
I
and
mean, until
wow.
anyone autos you and you, or until like it doesn't last long. But if you're trying to do something cheeky,
Wow. That
speaking
I
of
did
doing
not
something
know.
cheeky, we've also got a Shaco there on the
Ooh.
side of Smolder's snack, or on the side of Smolder's snacks. Oh, this is going to be a good one for week one, game one.
What a way to start the season. I'm curious if this is going to be an AP Shaco or an AD Shaco, because I have seen both equally, and I can't tell which one is particularly stronger over the other, so this will be pretty good just to even out the damage that Smolder Snacks has.
And I would be remiss if I didn't call this out, that an ultimate AD Shaco counter, I just learned this, is support Kane. Just want to let you know that Vladimir has
Those are
been doing has been doing a fantastic A to Z challenge, playing every single champion in the support role, and I was honored to be with Lad when he was on Kane and the enemy had a Shaco that was fed out of their mind, and at some point we're being pushed into our inhibitor. Shaco full HP is just sitting there at near the chicken camp, and this unfed support Kane is just like, I 1v1 you now, and just full sends it and takes down this 18 and 1 Shaco, and the
oh
game
my
turned around.
god.
It was absolutely incredible. We've got a hype something started on the stream, level 1. Let's keep it going.
Woo! Wow, support Kane are two words I never thought I'd hear
It was the one and
together.
only. The one and only.
He must be far along then. Last I played with Lad during his A to Z challenge, I believe he was on Kassadin. He's going through
Yeah,
them pretty well.
absolutely. Good luck, Lad, on your journey, and good luck, Lad, tonight. Who's playing? So
Yeah.
maybe we'll see him. I'm not gonna look ahead or spoil anything, as we're 145 away from game one starting. So looking at these two team compositions, how do you feel? Did one side outdraft the other? Which side do you think might be easier to play? Where are we going?
I like each team because they're both good at what they're trying to accomplish. When you have Nico, Shaco, they can just go together very well. And then when you have two people that can roam together really well, that leaves a lot of room for Yorick because you can just leave him somewhere, split push, do his thing, put the mate in there, and then regroup with his team later. So that I do like. For Hui's Hotties, very team fight focused. You've got Zac and Renata on top of the Victor, and I have seen huge Victor R's. So I'm hoping to see one today if they can get one of those really good team fights for them going.
How does how does the Smolder Snacks play this comp? With I feel like anytime I have a Shaco, things get awkward, and then also you're wanting to just like split push, split push, split push.
I was actually thinking that too. My best bet is to have Nico roam quite a bit. Aphelios can play pretty safely under tower, especially with certain guns. He can keep his like territory. You know, if he has like the white gun, he could put the turrets down. That'll give him a little bit of space for himself. And also with the blue gun, will give him the wave clear, so he can focus on just clearing the waves, not thinking too much about trying to fight, and just wherever the Nico is going, if she's with the Shaco, if she's in bot lane, Aphelios can play accordingly to that.
Looking at the skins now. Do you see the League of Legends game soup on your, or do I need to restream it? Did it crash?
No, I see it. I see the loading
Perfect.
screen right now. Yeah.
Excellent. Any thoughts on the skins as we briefly get to look at it?
I don't think I've ever seen Street Demons Nico. She looks really good in that skin.
Oh, Street Demons. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one yet.
I'm a sucker for the Coven line. Call me basic. I'm all
They're all pretty
all
good,
over
and
it.
they're all pretty good, and they have good champions for that skin line. I think they very much give the mom vibes, the mommy vibes. Let's see.
So as I look at that early game between these two champions, one thing you have to keep in mind is this Shaco, who homosexual on Shaco, gonna be a beast. I love that the skin name is Wildcard Shaco because that's exactly what he wants to be. Just like you have no
Right,
idea what's gonna happen. Probably gonna do one
right.
buff and then good luck figuring
Invade.
out what's next. Yeah, invade, terrorize, immediately gank. We will see as they are on the rift, and we are set to start week one here of CMSA League of Legends Season 16. Let's go.
Woo! First game of the season.
I'm so curious if they've got a plan, but it looks like just a straight up 5 point going out onto the ref. Nothing cheeky from either team early.
Yeah, everyone's just trying to like feel out the season, see how everyone's been since last.
And like this is your last week also to show off on this Rift. Like next week it's all different. We're in the season of
Yeah.
Noxus. Who knows what's gonna apply and what's not gonna apply? So, I mean, I wonder if
Who
anyone's gonna
knows
try
what
to
will
shift complete leagues after this week, being like, no, I can't play it anymore.
Can't do it.
It ruined me.
This is not my season 1. Ooh, one thing I did see just now, the Yorick with the TP exhaust, very offensive focused, looking to see if he can get the early pressure on Warwick.
Nico Aphelios looking for that first little strike. Not going to be able to find it. But yeah, having exhaust on Goji Daddy's York is going to be interesting. I'm curious if it's going to be able to stifle what York wants to do with those big all-ins. Nico already landing some chip damage in the bot lane, but they have the poke advantage to be sure down there right now. Ashe can do a little bit, but here's that early level 2 by Kung Pao taking some damage out, and now everyone 2 all across the map. Chaco still lurking and waiting.
Right, and good on Kung Pao for knowing when he was gonna get that level up. Gets himself a good trade. Speaking of trades, good job on the bot lane there.
Yeah, Renata and Ashe just kind of chilling, but ooh, look at what Zach has done here. John poaching that bot lane as Shaco comes early. Kung Pao trying to walk away. Oh, I need to get the name tags on. One moment. I don't want to shift anything until Zach arrives. John now leaping in, pulling back Aphelios there with that stretching strike. But in the meantime, Dinky pulling a kill, looking for another one auto attack here on not Liam is all it'll take, but they don't find it. But they do turn that gank around, scoring a kill for themselves onto Dinky's Nico.
Nice, nice, nice. Well played. Also earlier, I don't know if that was the case, but I did see that Nico copied the ranged minion. So we'll see if there are any plans to utilize that, or maybe swap it out for something else.
Just like have that camera going always on Nico. And then it's so fun, you can throw in like the curveball into the mid lane every now and then, because you get so used to like discipline in the bot lane looking for these minions, but then suddenly if it appears in some other lane, it can be so shocking.
Right. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, Nico can also transform into one of the Yorick ghouls as well, right?
Yorick ghouls, the Aphelios turret, I think is an option as homosexual arriving on Skippy. Oh, the fear won't quite land. The stun will though, so homosexual buying Skippy some HP back, who had been doing a good job poking out Nintinjon. 100-0 there. And the chat is saying Kung Pao in the top lane as a surprise there. Kung Pao very good in the jungle, but I've seen him more and more in that top lane. As Dinky finds anger issues, seeing this once again. And now one kill, or a second kill over to Nico there.
I can't wait to see this Fed Nico do some shenanigans. I can't wait to see the ward walk up slowly and then burst the whole team.
Warwick now, trading onto this Yorick, who does not have any mana. Just gonna try to walk on out of there. Kung Pao doesn't want to let it go.
Ooh.
Low HP bars all around, not Liam. Trying, has tagged Silver Sam with the slow, gonna run him all the way down. And in the meantime, Homosexual helping out their top laner and getting Goji Daddy out. Serrated Dirk done here for Silver Sam on that Aphelios.
Yes, as well as the Shaco. I don't even know, what does the AD Shaco build?
I am not an expert on the ways of AD Shaco. I know they have some options. If anyone can assist me, I'd appreciate it, but I'm not an expert there. I've seen it so many ways. I know like there was a Blade of the Ruined King tech at one point because his clone could do things. It's just very, yeah, it's very it's flavor of the month. We'll see. Well, I'm sure Homosexual will show us something interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the lethality will do for the Shaco. As well as the Aphelios, I'm assuming this is going to be a collector first. Get those executes, get the money going.
Wow, that would mean it's just a full team of Serrated Dirk first. It's just, you know, it's not an overtuned riot or item riot.
Okay.
Don't look at it.
Okay, we got the Ocean Drag for blue side. Oh.
Nico continuing to do Nico things. Let's go.
Oh, okay, and she did copy the ward this time. It's just a moving ward, no suspicions. Oh my!
Oh, big chunk. Renata having to get away there. Anger issues. Now Liam turns on, but it is 2v1 again in that, doing so well. Managing. This has been a big shining spot for Hway's Hotties at their bot lane here. Skippy doing something to this Shaco. Oh, but John has arrived here. Think he was in there as Nico. There's an ultimate available though. Gonna go 1-for-1 as that passive blob trying to reconstitute. Zach's gonna come up. That slow has been tagged. Ash running down. Not Liam. Has it. Oh, the elastic slingshot gonna cut off any retreat, and they win back a few kills and end Dinky's spree.
Nice, 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 nice. Very well played by not Liam there to use the E into the bush to get vision of the Nico and finish off that kill. Oh. Okay.
The Maiden doing
Exhaust
work
down.
here onto Kung Pao. Goji just trying to kite it out. Oh, so much HP coming back to Warwick, who's having to get away, but look what is waiting. Homosexual is there, trying to collect a kill. Ignite goes down, 300 gold in the pockets of Homosexual.
Nice. And this is when it becomes very scary when you're playing against the Shaco. One kill is all the difference. And especially when you have this Yorick pushing the way that he has, he will maybe get 2 plates here. Yeah, it leaves a lot of room for the Shaco to do a lot of other things elsewhere.
And a lot of room behind Skippy here, planting that box, cutting off the retreat. Oh, but Skippy gonna have a gravity field. We're out of there. Gold very close so far, and one dragon to 3 ripped. Shaco coming down to the bot lane. Here's Homosexual again, trying to do something. Getting behind Liam and anger issues. They maybe feel it a little bit. Some damage goes down. Aphelios trying to Moonlight Vigil and will collect it. So much damage with that gun combination, and there's no way. I did not look at. I reviewed some ability names before the evening, but Aphelios' guns were not one of them.
I don't have an inch of a clue. All I know is blue.
Yeah, we're gonna have to settle with The blue gun.
Yeah. One thing I will say though, when it comes to getting kills like those with the Felios, Sam is amazing at noticing when he can do that to a point where even his own teammates don't even realize he can do that just like that.
Oh, so clean, just sniping it out with white gun, having connect.
And again, it is almost 11 minutes.
Caught.
Oh my god.
Caught Liam sleeping. You forgot to count, Liam. You forgot to count, and Dinky punishes. Another ranged minion, another kill. 6 kills for the bot lane here of Hway's Hotties.
6 kills in the bot lane. We have 3
not
plates
Hway's
up
Hotties.
top side.
Yeah. Kung Pao and Goji Daddy going at it. Oh, Goji, very defensive wall. But John is here on the blob himself. Let's bounce, he says. Homosexual trying to get out of there, Shaco, but nowhere left to run. But Nintenjon roaming up here, getting one right back against that Zac. Now they're trying to hunt down Kung Pao. Can you get away, Warwick? Goji Daddy gonna try? Sicking the ghouls on him. Is it going to be enough? Not quite. But the Maiden is here, and there's no teleport available, so maybe some plates.
Yeah, pretty worth on both sides. Victor has this big CS lead on top of getting some platings. And Syndra gets a kill. Not bad for both sides.
Sexual. Always here to punish anyone daring to walk up in their lane. Skippy forced to flash away. Now trying to turn it. Gravity well comes down, but Nintenjon is right there, ready to chain into that stun. Goodbye. So 2 kills for Nintenjon, but kind of counterbalanced by the excellent CSing from Skippy here, up to 96 farm, leading all scores. And it is the side of Smolder's Snacks. No, Hway's Hotties looking to start up these grubs. Homosexual doesn't want to let them have it for free though, as they start to poke. 1 secured here. They would love all 3 to effectively deny their opponents the opportunity to get that buff, so they'll equalize it. 3 Void Grubs apiece.
Nice. Yeah, pretty even so far. I mean, the kills don't really show that, but in terms of just overall gold.
But unfortunately, not even in the top side when it's a 2v1 fight. Sorry.
I will say he survived longer than I thought he would.
Same. Okay, Dinky. Your audience awaits. What are we gonna become next? Just want a dedicated Dinky cam.
Yeah, I think she might have copied something because I haven't seen the little circle go around her. I'm assuming it was a minion based from earlier.
Anger issues the ults of Renata goes out. Dinky trying to counterattack, flashing away though from that Pop Blossom, and now they're on the run. Not Liam has tagged Aphelios with the slow Silver Sam though, trying to turn it back around, flashing forward, scoring that first kill. And also in the top lane now, Kung Pao, oh, he just teleported back top, and a kill go down, or not, he didn't teleport, but he walked all the way back up, and now he's down again. Dinky moving forward and finding another one. 2 kills scored. What a turn there for Smolder's Snacks.
Oh, it's just a melee minion. A melee minion can't hurt you.
That's gonna signal Hway's Hotties. They're going to try to take back something with that, knowing their opponents are off the map. So great job there by John to see that, okay, the bot lane is maybe can't play through that, but can at least take a dragon.
Yeah, I mean, they were really low after the bot lane fight. Really good timing from John to take this dragon and bring the gold lead to about 3k, not too far off. There's definitely definitely a chance for Hui's Hotties back into the game.
Yeah, 3K, as you said. We'll try to see which team wants to play for Rift Herald, if any, and then just try to get back into this game. It's not over, but they have built a nice advantage for themselves, mostly through this bot side.
Right. And soon enough, this Yorick will come online. So if Smolder Snacks does want to commit for this Rift Herald, it would be very good when you have something like a Yorick. Oh,
Another structure down, more gold going off. Kung Pao hunting Goji Daddy's maiden. Come here, you. Oh, Dinky!
Ooh.
Minion caught him, not counting, but Zach is nearby. John jumping in, locking him down. There's a lot of CC here. Silver Sam trying to trade one from one, but instead not. Liam gonna score the shutdown. Getting two. Homosexual, though, wants to clean up. There's that Shaco, the wild card, arriving.
a wild card. We shouldn't even call him Shaco anymore. His name is just wild card for the rest of this game. Also very well played by John. He's been hitting every E so far. And he's getting multiple people in them each time.
It is. It's both of these junglers. It is a gank first mentality, which I love to see. They're not. They're more than willing if they see a lane pushing to skip a camp and go try to make something happen. So it's been exciting. As I say that, once again, just jumping in to try to harass the Skippy, but instead loses some HP bar. Skippy turning that around immediately. Now John is here and also losing an HP bar to Silver Sam. So much damage on this collector. Aphelios scoring one from so far away onto Skippy's Victor before picking up the second, and this is the third tower likely to go down soon in that mid lane as they're all assaulting it.
And like I said before, Sam just finds these opportunities every time. It's amazing to watch.
Rift Herald started up. The siege in the mid lane continues. Just ping, they seem to know what's happening here. So Rift Herald. Kung Pao maybe wants to check on this Warwick. They now know, they see the health bars a little bit low. They're dancing, but Goji Daddy's gonna provide enough coverage. Rift Herald secured for Smolder Snacks.
And it's gonna be in the Yorick's hands. This will be very, very good for Smolder Snacks. Oh, she copied a box.
Ooh, we got a Shaco box ganking the mid lane. Where will this Shaco box go? It hasn't been pinged yet. Oh, Victor. Skippy knows. Skippy knows that Shaco boxes can't do that. I'm just gonna leave it on the Shaco box cam. I mean, I don't see any reason here. Okay, you called it. Goji has this Rift Herald. So strong on the push, and also strong against this Warwick Kung Pao. Just trying to take the main down. Look at that health bar coming all the way back from that infinite duress, but it's just not enough. Having to flash away. Goji will take the kill. No one's nearby. A lot of material can be lost here in this top lane. We'll see if Rift Herald comes down, or if Maiden is going to be enough to push.
And that healing for a second, Warwick could have had that 1v1. The healing was so much there after that ultimate. Let's see, haven't used the Herald just yet.
Gonna save it perhaps to break the base. First of the outer turrets falls. Alright, so Smolder's Snacks This time, trying to take their first dragon. Wade's Hotties have done such a good job kind of getting those two, even being down, but not fall this time. So first dragon secured for Smolder Snacks here. Okay, can we breathe? Was the action at a lull for a moment, at least till Baron?
Okay. You've got our Nico cam going.
Oh, Silver
Okay.
Sam
Wow.
says, you think I'm an ADC starting the next season. What do you mean top laners are supposed to bully me? Not Aphelios, not Silver Sam's Aphelios. 8-3 Infinity Edge and Collector. What a big ADC.
And I'm keeping track once again that Nico did clone a ranged minion. So we'll see if there's any shenanigans to go. Oh, there it is, there it is!
Nico. Oh, one ranged minion. Selling it here. Not Liam walking up, getting sand! Goodbye! That was not a last hit for you. That was in fact a Nico. And now they get to move on. Oh my goodness. It is art watching Dinky play this Nico.
Ooh. Oh my god!
Gonna go down there, unfortunately. Oh, and this time Kung Pao's gonna try to find something onto Silver Sam. Infinite Duress lands, followed by John on Zac. Silver Sam flashing away. Gonna be safe, and now they're just looking to kind of chip for damage, but Skippy reminding that Victor does have a lot of damage himself. John going in, finding those stretching strikes onto both carries simultaneously. Hard to survive that when you've got both the AD and the APC getting clashed together. Goji Daddy on a huge push now with Rift Herald. Oh, gonna ride it.
Okay, loop-de-loop.
The second that Smolder Snacks saw Kung Pao's Warwick out of the top lane and into the mid lane, that they were like, okay, this is the moment. Let's drop that Rift Herald and push. So yes, Hui's Hotties got a lot back with the shutdown onto Aphelios with a big win in that fight in the mid, but almost immediately the gold was won back by that Yorick push.
Right, and he's very close to getting that inhib as well.
Voltaic, you were asking, so taking a moment to look at the builds here. You've got Shaco with a Voltaic, Cyclosword, and the Yumu's Ghostblade. So some very interesting. I have no idea how AD Shaco is supposed to build. I don't know if this is cooking or if I don't know if this is standard.
I actually do really like this build. I really like the Cyclosword. It's guaranteed every time you go stealth to have that really big auto and the slow at the same time. I normally don't build Youmu's as an item in general, so I don't really know how it plays, but I can imagine it makes Shaco run around really fast around the map.
Oh, that Enchanted Crystal Arrow finds an Intenjon sort of en passant. Wasn't probably looking for Shaco as the attendant target, who does fall. Meanwhile, Kung Pao says, okay, I have a Blade of the Ruined King, and I have a big Zac here. John arriving to help get the shutdown onto York, who can't even start the push out. Turret will, in the top side, will finally fall, the first one for Hui's Hotties.
Nice. And amazing play there by Kung Pao. He was getting himself caged, but then he says, let me press R, let me get out of the cage, and then once my Zac gets here, we can take him down.
Dinky on the jungle harass duty now.
Oh my gosh, she got the raptor!
And
nice.
now his second. I think very good here. Second turret claim for Hui's Hotties, so trying to bounce back, but Dinky says, you forgot about me again. Goodbye. In the mid lane there, shut down the Victor.
Wow. This Nico hurts.
Oh no,
Ooh.
Shaco betrayed by his own box there, getting pulled back as the secondary target of the stretching strikes, and now Elastic Slingshot all the way to the background. Renata Glass, though, trying to keep this Zac alive, looking for the assist, but he's got his passive here to regenerate. Goji Daddy has also come down to this dragon fight. Not Lamb just opening up his Ashe in the back line, gonna finally chew through Goji Daddy, getting the double kill, and Tenjan will clean up one. Now turning onto the support to clean up again, but ultimately it is Smolder's Snacks who come out ahead of that fight. Yes, they lost their Fed Aphelios. Yes, they lost this big York, but so much damage put down, and Dinky, Homosexual, and Nintenjon come out on top and claim this dragon.
Things are happening. Woo!
It looked so much like Hui's Hotties was going to take that fight, and Goji Daddy just kind of playing Immortal York there. Took so long to take down. The ghouls were just putting so much damage out. Dinky was just there poking and harassing the whole time, as she does, and ultimately it was, they just didn't quite have the push to win that fight, and the Syndra flank arrived, and cleanup crew arrived.
That's also a second mountain for Smolder Snacks. 2 drags apiece. And I'm curious as to what this Cloak of Agility is for the Shaco. I'm gonna say it's Collector, but if ever I'm going to see something like an Infinity Edge, now is the time. Get the biggest autos.
Infinity Edge would be so hype here. Just massive chunk linked out. It just feels like definitely in with Homosexual's identity here on Shaco. Neither team kind of eyeing the Baron quite yet. I'm curious to see how the map will play out now that all the dragons off the table, kind of have a little bit of a slow state right now.
Yeah, I think they're both waiting for their mid laners TPs, especially since we just saw the Victor headed towards bot side. So I think for right now it'll be in
Ooh. Kung Pao! Infant Dress goes down, just catching Homosexual. That's a jungler down.
It's a jungler
and
down.
Baron is up here. Hui's Hotties found a pick. They'll be able to kind of clear out the lanes and gain a lot of push. I love that Goji Daddy simultaneously pushing top and bottom lane here on this York.
Yeah, I think as I was saying, what's important now when preparing for this Baron is making sure that your side lanes are pushed out, and part of that also comes with when their mid laners TPs are going to be up. So right now we see the Zac who's on it because
they don't know about this. They just have, they can't see it. They have a little bit of vision. Big AoE attempt here though. Dinky unable to get in there on that. Nico, they find the backline right away. John engaging. Silver Sam and Nico both going to go down, but doing a lot of damage before they do, which means that the Baron is just going to regenerate, and then Tenjan has the opportunity to clean that up, and now Liam is very low. No way you're getting away from that, Shaco. Skippy arriving to DPS with this Zac. John so tanky. Get poked down though. Goji Daddy taking it out. Gosh, lethality Yorick. The sustained damage on this guy, incredible.
ooh.
So now we're at the point of the game where the death timers are getting long. We're at the 30-minute mark.
Right.
Now, yes, you're down. Like actually, I'm looking at the gold now. Like, yes, you're down by a pretty significant margin. 7,000 golds. It's nothing small. But at the same time, like the fights are not totally one-sided. Like, Hui's Hotties is playing it very well, given the gold deficit. I mean, It's not like
Yeah,
Smolder Snacks can just do whatever they want.
I think the strength of what Waze Hotties have been doing in these fights, I think it's because they know who they have. Like they know that they can outnumber them, and they know when they can take those fights because they have the numbers advantage.
So both sides here have pinged this dragon. Neither has really established a lot of vision onto the other side of the map quite yet. John has found 4 members though in the ward and then kind of jumping out of there.
It's always nice when the Yorick is going to split push one lane and then he sends the maid in another.
Just the good old Yorick simul push here. Skippy, Banshee's Veil pop by Dinky. Skippy trying to run away. Oh, the Scatter of the Weak doesn't find its mark, so Skippy gonna live for the time being, but a big Aphelios ultimate can't get the auto attack off. Rooted and stunned for just too long, and now gonna pay for it with the life here. And John, as this Zac doing what he can, but ultimately it's just going to be the 1 kill as passive is popped, and now everyone on Smolder's Snacks. Oh, John trying to get away. John, can you pick it up? Homosexual says, here, come here, you. Gotta pick it up.
Oh.
Smites down.
Oh my god, do you see that other Cloak of Agility? Please tell me that's Infinity Edge. I'm very much hoping for an Infinity Edge now.
Call for the dragon. Homosexual is happy to start it. I mean, I sure hope you're right. This Cloak of Agility would be such a good Infinity Edge target right now. Ooh, but a teleport coming down to the bot lane. Do they not want to give this up without a fight? Kung Pao's here. Dragon's at half health, but he's really the only one on this part of the map. Infinite Dress goes down on Goji Daddy, who seems like this was a 1v1 he wants to take. Kung Pao getting low, tried valiantly to help with this dragon, but could not be enough of a deterrent. Secured there, number 3 for Smolder Snacks.
Yeah, very good attempt by Kung Pao. I very much appreciate the hustle, seeing what he can do there. He was taking a lot of damage there and stalling out them taking the dragon.
Skippy almost died to the Yorick ghouls. It was so close.
Ghouls are working overtime. I'm actually also very curious about this Yorick build. I see 2 damage items, and then I see the Spirit Viscid and the Thornmail. Very spread around. And it has been very, very effective.
Yeah. And we get to see its effectiveness here in a 1v1. The Exhaust coming down on a Kung Pao's Warwick. Baron Nashor secured. Ooh, Enchanted Crystal Arrow landing onto Yorick from a great distance. The full stun duration, and Yorick, you may be itemizing well, Goji Daddy, but it is not enough to get through all that CC. But you traded your life for that Baron, so worth.
Yeah, I mean, they only have 4 people with the Baron buff now, which is very good. And it's the Yorick of all people. So a Yorick not having that Baron buff will be very, very good for Waze Hotties.
That said, Smolder Snacks now has opened up to a 10k gold lead. That big influx from Baron, and they have Baron, so we'll see if that is going to continue to increase. It does feel like if they want to try to kind of split the push with Yorick in one lane and the others in another, it's going to be very challenging for Waze Hotties to play. But at the same time, they have a really good engaged team. If they catch anyone out, they can make some long-range picks.
Yeah, and I think what Waze Hotties can do here, if they can stall the game out to a point where everybody is full build, the gold difference doesn't necessarily matter at that point, right? So they're all fighting at full strength. I think now what Waze Hotties needs to do is just play the game slowly to get to that point.
So the inhibitors will be given. Looks like they're trying to follow that advice. First inhibitor secured there for Smolder Snacks. Oh, Enchanted Crystal Arrow finds the mark. Silver Sam flashing away. Anger Issues comes out. Such a big berserk going down, but it's going to be turned by Silver Sam with all the AoE damage. Now standing, though, on top of this Victor Storm coming away with a quadra kill before going down, though. So much damage. That is a clean ace. Baron is up, and it looks like for game number 1 of week 16, Smolder Snacks is going to take it a walk-off, nearly walk-off quad there for Silver Sam. All
GG,
right.
well played. GG, well played.
Wow, what a great game number 1.
And
Whew,
what a way
okay.
to start off the season.
Yes. So what do you think? What were some key plays of the game? What were the highlights for you from week 1, game 1?
Well, if my observations are correct, I would very much like to say that the Nico did a lot of work this game. A lot of mind games, they paid off, and yeah, those damage charts speak for themselves.
Yeah, you're never safe when Dinky's Nico is in the game. What a treat to have witnessed that so shifty in the way that Nico was played. I loved it. And also the massive just ultimates from Silver Sam to just put out so much damage. Even in death,
Right.
just the amount of damage that the Felios was able to output was so altering.
Right.
God, and Goji Daddy actually topping all the damage charts. That's incredible to me.
Yeah, I mean the two of them, he and Kung Pao, they were slapping each other in top lane the whole game. The trades that they would have always came very close, and they were very fun to watch. Let's see.
All right, so we're waiting now on game number 2 to get started. Let me see who's in this game. It's going to be against. We got
Zyra Zaddies.
Zyra Zaddies. Who's on Zyra Zaddies?
Yeah.
Who can I
We've
peek
got
at?
third person, we've got Giraffical, we have Vladimir, and then we have Peasy Pabs.
Ah, perfect. It looks like they are not in a game right now, so it should be starting up relatively soon. Perfect.
Yeah. So let's see. For Zyra Zaddies, we have the aforementioned Vladimir, who's currently doing his A to Z challenge. I wonder if Lad would do his A to Z challenges during one of these weeks.
I kind of that'd be hilarious. Like guys, it's Kassadin support. Sorry, all night. Just I'm muting myself and playing Kassadin. No, I can't see Lad doing that. But I would say if it happens, you count it 100. If it like lines up, like if you're on Janna or something and you've got a support, what would be the next support after K in this journey? So as we look in, so at just kind of pivoting back here as we wait for this next game to start. So going into the next season, is there anything that you're excited to try out? Any of the new kind of changes in the map?
I'm very excited about this jungle objective. I just love how chaotic it is. Even when I was explaining it earlier, I was also kind of losing track of what was going on. So that alone should explain that it's going to be a very big change. I can't wait to see how that plays out between this week and next week and how everybody will adjust to that.
I think that's the biggest thing I'm excited for as well is that change. I also kind of I don't know how I feel about the change where there's like the 3 different objectives. Is objectives the right thing? The checklist of things to unlock boots. Do those have a name?
They called it feats of strength.
Feats of strength.
Yeah, so it's 3 instances that you like fight over. So one of them is first blood, one of them is first tower, and then the third one, it's said in the patch notes as monster slaying. I don't know what that means.
Monster slay.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what that'll be all about.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
what that
because
would mean
at least
either.
yeah, at least what I'm thinking, it could be like which which jungler like upgrades their pet first or something like that, but it just says Monster Slay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that would mean, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. I'm excited for the
Yeah.
first blood one. I feel like I love to
Yeah.
play for level 2. I love to try to cheese level 1, try to find that first blood. So I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
trying to secure that for my team as often as possible. I just want to quickly comment chat after that iconic performance in game one. Dinky took to the chat to flip a table, and I absolutely
No.
love it. Thank you, Dinky, for flipping tables in the chat, and because you were flipping everyone out of their mind in game number one. So congratulations. And I noticed that the team that's in here is Smolder's Snacks. So we're booting them out, and we're waiting for Zyra to load on up here. Oh no, Zyra is here. Oh, we've got the right two teams. Where did they go? Where did they go? We're good. Zyra, we got Lad and Kung Pao. No, Lad and Kung
Yep.
Pao. What is going on?
Wait. Yeah, wait. What is
What
going on?
is
Oh, I
going
guess.
on?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Okay.
Took me a second too.
I'm like, how is this a thing? Do you know anything about these players what new
Um,
players that we're about to say?
Actually, I don't know many of these players that well. Only other player I know is Shrimp Wheels. I know he normally plays support, so I'm not sure what he'd be playing tonight.
Yeah, I've seen played a few games with some of these fellas. Lad, as I said, probably play with the most here. So good on support. For a while, so much Zyra, and now on Zyra Zaddies. It's a perfect little play for Lad. Would not be surprised to see a ban thrown towards the support here. And uh, between seasons, one of the things that was happening was there was a between season tournament, the CMSA Rivals. Did you participate in that, Soup?
I did not. I did I did watch the stream for a little bit, but I was not participating in it, no.
Oh, okay. It was so much fun. I got to play in it. I played in the Ruby division with some of my good friends and I'm so excited. They had prior to playing in that tournament, none of them had played in CMSA before in any of the seasons,
Ooh.
and so this season, a few of them signed up to play. So I'm excited. I think one or two of them are actually playing this evening in the Ruby division, I think. So it's
Nice.
fun. Yeah, and a couple of them signed up to sub for the Pearl game, so I might get to see them. I'd love to. I'm like, guys, sign up so I can cast you. It'd be so great. So I'm looking
Yeah, we love
forward to
New Blood
seeing
here.
them do that. But it was such a great event. Like I love the competitiveness that is brought to it, and just playing with the same consistent group of five. Like just the way you can talk about the game just starts to change. Like it's very very interesting. I love pre-made fives. Like that's my favorite way to play League of Legends Spar One. These like solo queue heroes that just can take four new people every single game and just kind of engage with the game that way. Like more power to you, but I would rather know who my laners are.
Yeah. Who was in your team?
So I mean, like I said, they're all guys that are brand new to the league. So if any of you see, and what's funny is we all changed our name to like our League of Legends summoners names to include our team name tag. So our team name was Rainbow Five, and that's how we were participating. And so we all put R5 in front of our like summoner name. So like right now, my League of Legends summoner name is R5 Sam VC.
Mm.
And so if you're watching and you're queued with any of them tonight, and they've got R5 in front of the tag, they were on that team with me, the Rainbow Five. It was And I'm trying to. R5 Ben was one of them. I'm not sure. It's so hard to think about what I've got. Those guys change their summoners names so much. I feel like I've had the same summoner name forever, but outside of me and Ben, I think we've kind of kept our name. They rotate so often, so can't call them all out.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. And yes, Mr. Raccoon, we do love newbies, so I'm so glad they got to join.
Yeah, we love seeing new people enter the scene, have some fun.
What? So tell me a little bit about what role, Soup, do you like to play, and where, and any signature champions?
Um, so actually, my name in the Discord server, it says Soup, but in parentheses it says Sir Thrungle, which is in reference to me playing Thresh Jungle.
Okay, tell me more.
Um, basically, so me, I'm a Thresh player, okay? Through and through, I have an unhealthy amount of time playing that champion.
Oh my gosh.
And sometimes I just need something new. I don't want to play him in support. So I have done my experimenting in each role from Thresh top, Thresh mid, Thresh AD carry,
Oh my
Thresh jungle.
gosh.
And right now, among all of them that I enjoy the most, even if it's not a very good pick, I very much enjoy playing Thresh jungle.
I can't wait. I hope that we see it. You'll break it out on a Tuesday night in the league,
Well,
or does
now
it
that
get
I
banned away?
yeah, now that I've revealed this, maybe it's going to get
I love that. Just random
that.
Thresh jungle bans every game against Soup.
Yeah, even
Let it
even when
through,
we do
people.
like even when we do like 5v5 customs, we have like a group of players that come together, play some 5v5s. It's always the first ban no matter what. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter if I'm like playing a different lane. It's always the first ban.
That's good. How long have you been playing the game? I guess maybe the best way to I always like to ask this question is like, do you remember the first champion released after you started playing?
Um so my it's a little weird for me because I first started playing the game, I want to say season 2. Yeah, but I was playing on my brother's account. I didn't get my own until season 7. But in terms of the first champion that I remember being released after I joined the game, or at least one that I can remember, because I don't remember all the champions' release dates, but I do remember when Set came out.
Set came out? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was probably long after I started playing the game in
Sure.
2017.
Yeah, but you were
Which
like
goes to show how bad my memory is, but I digress.
my first champion when I started playing was Xin Zhao. I remember that was like the hot new champion
Ooh,
release, and he quickly like racked up the most pentas ever after like in the first week after release or
really?
something, and they had to like nerf him into
Oh
the
my god.
ground. But it was a fun time, right? It was still struggling to balance that, and I'm sure they're gonna have a tough time balancing this new season with all the crazy changes, but I kind of embrace it. I love the chaos
I,
here.
lo- I love the chaos. I remember when I got to I got the chance to try Ambessa for the first time. I looked at my screen, I looked at my keyboard, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I was doing things.
I don't. I've put one practice tool into Ambessa. I'm not Poggle. I've not even attempted to play Ambessa every single game. And yes, I had a similar experience where I'm just like, I feel like I'm just smashing my hands on the keyboard and have no idea what's happening. I need to put
And
more
it's
time into
working.
her. Yeah, exactly.
And it's working, which seems concerning or is concerning.
Yeah, I just have like a bubble of the bot lane. There's so many champions that I've never probably completed a game of Summoner's Rift on, just because I have very little desire to go into other lanes. I applaud the people who can mix it up every game. I like to ride a champion for hours on end.
Mm, yeah. Um, I remember when I first came to the league, I was like strictly a support player, and then I realized like how many other people there were that were also support players.
Yep.
So I remember at some point I updated like my info on the CMSA website. So now I had my roles as support primary and then fill secondary. I don't think I got support ever again after that. But it's been fun, just playing the other lanes, viewing and playing the game from different perspectives. And there, actually, I remember when Viego came out, and very problematic champion just because of what he's capable of doing. And around that time when he came out, me and a friend of mine were debating, like, oh, like I don't think Diego's gonna be strong. And I said, what? You think he's not going to be strong? So I played Viego and it ended up being very, very strong. But what became the hard part of playing the champion was knowing how to play every other champion. And that becomes like a huge part of his power. So from then on, you know, I just started playing everything else. And it's been really fun just, playing the game in a different way, going at it from a different perspective, playing other champions and yeah.
It makes you a better player playing more things, undoubtedly. Like you get used to kind of understanding what the champion kits are, and that's also why I like casting these games because I get to see so many champions down there in the bot lane that I'm in my little bubble. I love that we've got Xayah picked up here from Zyra's Zaddies here. Xayah and Anivia locked in.
Ooh,
Carries
Bird
decided.
Gang.
Oh, is it? Oh, can you lean into a bird theme? Please do it. Azir top? Let's
Azir,
go.
Azir top. We have Galio, but it's the chicken skin.
Yes, count it. Support Galio in the chicken skin is fine with Xayah. Ooh, Misfortune Seraphine.
Mm.
That is gonna be such a strong bot
Oh
lane.
my god, they hurt
Oh,
us.
oh, it's
It's the Galio.
it's Galio. Latimer, do you have the chicken Galio skin? Let me quick gift it to
Please,
you.
I beg.
Look at you over here, just predicting everything to start our 2025 season. Or as Riot calls it, 2025 Season 1,
Season
Patch
one.
1.
Oh, that's gonna take a while to get used to now.
Although that's not for tomorrow. You still got a whole 4 hours to figure it out.
Yeah, well, I'll at least mentally prepare myself till then.
So Hui's Hotties banning Ivern. Little do they know they need to be banning bird champions to try to stop this Infinity Gauntlet from being completed. Both Xayah and Galio so good at like counter engage. Honestly, and Anivia too, so good at counter engage. But Huisatis hasn't really drafted a lot of like tanky, like let's go in, let's like full send sort of with like an Amumu or something like that. So I'm curious if they're gonna just like draft into it because it'd be so hard for them to fight, or if they'll kind of just maybe forego having any of those true quick initiation tools.
Yeah, I think having a tank here would be good, especially when you have the Seraphino to extend those that range, so she can hit a lot of people, get the multi charm. But even just having like there you go. Actually, now that we see that the Nasus standing in front of everybody, and then you see the
Oh,
big Seraphino chaining off of that.
Yes, and I think that's it. Like a pure like engage tank, I don't think they needed. What I love that they rounded their team out with these like bruisery, fighty, tanky members, and they've got lifesteal, and they've got this Seraphine battery to keep them alive. So you're lacking a little
Right.
bit of that sustained DPS when you bring in Misfortune, but now you've got two bruisers that are going to be providing that, especially Nasus. But I mean, Zaya
Yeah.
is a good answer to those. So okay, so now we've seen the compositions. How do you feel about both these team compositions?
Um, Only issue that I have with the Zyra teams is the Camille. I think that what Hui's Hotties did well is drafting the Mordekaiser actually, because when you have Camille and she wants to look for those big engages, when and then the Galio wants to follow, Mordekaiser can just take either one of them out, and you've basically evened the numbers. So I guess in that sense, I'm going for Hui's Hotties drafts here.
See, looking at these, I'm looking at Zyra Zaddies and trying to figure out where everyone's going. The way I see it, I hate making predictions because I'm always wrong. So here's my wrong prediction: Zaya and Galio birding it up in the bot lane, Anivia in the mid lane. I feel comfortable with that. And then
Yeah,
are we going
I feel
with
comfortable
a
with those two.
Yorick jungle or a Camille jungle? See, on my bingo
Um,
card, I originally filled in Yorick jungle Camille top, and that's what I feel might be wrong.
I will agree with that. Yeah, I I think um I think what Yorick can do here is he can start the Raptors. He can stack up his Q for the ghouls, and that should be able to help with his clear. Because if he can get at least 4 graves going and he can spawn those ghouls, the clear should be pretty good for him.
Okay, well,
Because
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. They can certainly. I think it would be better clear than Camille, but I also am not a jungle. But it just sort of seems that way to me. But I don't
yeah,
know, like, I guess the ganks are just you run out and dodge the. Don't get hit by the ghouls.
yeah. I mean, it because I've also seen other junglers where they don't even necessarily need to gank. Like, there's a handful of junglers that I can think of where surprisingly one of their strengths is split pushing. I've seen things like Shyvana being really good
Yeah.
at doing this. I've seen Master Yi even do really good at that. So I'm assuming this is just a similar playstyle to top lane Yorick, but just having him in the jungle.
While it can leave your team kind of homeless, or your top laner kind of homeless to take over like that, I can see it, especially if they just like start clearing jungle camps. It's not that big of an issue. So
Yeah.
this is going to be another interesting one. I can't wait to see Hui's Hotties try to like and just what they're going to do around the map. I love their little core of you've got this great pair of ultimates in Misfortune and Seraphine. Very easy, just kind of use those, easy to execute. Let's make it happen. And you've got Echo kind of always there to assist for that trio. And then I think their 5v5 is good, but also if they want to stay splitting, they've got options for that with Nasus happy to just kind of go and siphoning strike away and stack it up.
Right. Right. And it looks like it is a Yorick jungle.
Oh my goodness. And wait, I see a this Birdio. We do have this Birdio.
Yes,
We
it's the
do
chicken
have the
skin.
Birdio. Way to call it.
Look at these. Look at these birds. Look at these birds.
Oh, let me tee everybody up
Vladimir
here.
in the
We got
game chat. Yes.
so good. Game 2, week 1 here. Season 16, CMSA. They are out. We got Jurassical and Vladimir just kind of chilling in Fountain. Everyone else out on the map, though.
Yeah. Just keeping the shopkeeper company. You know, he's a lonely man. Everybody's out killing each other, and he's sitting there with his items.
Speaking of items, it looks like I was incorrect after all,
Oh.
as we have an Anivia starting with the World Atlas. I told you, I
Oh.
told you,
Oh my.
I got excited when York was jungle. It's like, oh, I got it, I nailed it, but absolutely not. That's my version of the caster curse. Whatever team comp I think you're running is probably wrong. So Galio in the mid lane here on Shrimp Wheels, and Latimer taking over Anivia support. So starting that A to Z challenge once again.
He's redoing it.
maybe this was a 10 out of 10. Actually, maybe this was a 10 out of 10 support, as I feel like I need to be quiet because third person has spotted John, who was going for this early invade. So they're now dueling. Shrimp Wheels is going to walk up on this Birdio and have successfully at least saved red buff. John has ghosted out. No flash available for Mordekaiser. Skippy, a little bit of a slow. Shrimp says, I want to go for it, but cannot find it. Giraffesicle on Yorick now moving in. There's not a lot of HP on this jungler, so could have looked to bully, but instead we'll just watch Mordekaiser go back. Oh, no. She's going to come back.
Oh.
Not going to find it, though. But I think smart to think about the early heist here.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, and this Anivia putting a wall down onto not Liam. And that means that the bot lane duo of Zyra Zaddies will score that first feat and claim first blood.
Ooh. Interesting choice with the Halo Blades for Skippy here. He'll get some good trades each time he goes in like that.
Yeah, that is interesting. Echo Halo Blaze, I kind of love it though, because you're right, you just kind of get to go in, boom, 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 especially against a melee mid laner like Galio. It's going to be easy to kind of get in there and use that, but also easy for Camille to get in here onto Anasis. Kung Pao has Wither available, just about to wear out, and third person and Kung Pao here both very low in the top laner. In the top lane, if you're a jungle, you're like, okay, how do I get up there and break that stalemate?
Ooh.
You can't win short trades if you're Galio here against this Halo Blade. Third person now looking to go in on Kung Pao, forcing out the ghost. Just ghost Wither. You're not catching that.
Oh, actually, I hadn't noticed this until now, but the Seraphine actually did not take the support item here. She went for the Doran's ring.
No support item. You're right. I was so taken aback by the World Atlas from Vladimir Zanivia to realize there's only one in this game. Interesting. So hopefully getting an early back and going to collect that, because that is something that will hurt you a lot in the long run. But I think
I think in the short run it's been working pretty well. They're able to get the push. Yeah.
And good mana regen on the item too, but there's a mana advantage in the top lane. One running away though, in both sides.
Yep. Good slingshot.
Shrimp trying to trade with Skippy, who that short trade always gonna favor Skippy. Shrimp though trying to see if there's an extended amount of damage that you can do in like the longer trade after Halo Blades is down, but look at that, it's already back up for Echo, who now is probably thinking kill threat, and Shrimp desperately wants to crash this, but look at that, John not gonna let it happen. Skippy flashing in, says I'll do it myself, scoring a kill, tying the scoreboard at 1-1. Snare comes down, that means the Anivia egg is going to rebirth. But that's the nice thing about that passive. You get to play like extra aggressive and make something happen like we saw level 1, and then if you do overstay, it gives you that out of jail free.
Yep. And it was good too that they were under tower, so there's very much no threat for a kill there. And it seems like the Yorick jungle's been pretty good so far. I mean, as far as I know, Mordekaiser is a very good jungle clear, and Yorick's been keeping up.
Shrimp Wheel's now trying to make this Halo Blades echo pay, and look at that. Skippy jumping right out there with a Dark Seal.
He
Yeah.
wants those stacks, and I don't blame him.
John taking the opportunity to clear one side of the jungle and start up the Grubbies. Let's see if Girapsicle's Yorick will respond.
Ooh!
And this Halo Blades Echo is really putting the hurt on Shrimp Wheels. It's like every time the camera keeps wanting to flash over there because there's just constantly things going down. Like the Void Grubs secured here by Hui's Hotties.
Yep. And Mordekaiser's really good at doing grubs. His passive does so much work.
So a couple of pings now onto the dragon. So Zyra's Hotties definitely wants to start it up. They do know about this ward in the back though, so they're gonna wisely pull this out, but it looks like they're not gonna start it right away. Opting to instead go blue buff and let bot lane take a reset.
Yeah, I think it's a safe play, especially after they just saw the Mord do the grubs. So that was a good time for him to reset, maybe look down the dragon. So good on them for knowing that that's a good reset for him.
Playing it slow, playing it safe, clearing out vision. Oh. Shrimp getting the back there.
Oh, does the minion? Oh, the minion stopped him.
Oh, was there a minion?
Yeah.
both mid laners decide, okay, we'll stay. I'll stay if you stay. But there's a party in the mid lane, lad flashing forward. Flashing forward, cannot find any stuns. Skippy knows he's got a strong side of the map to lean to and gets out of that one. John now arriving, gonna be taunted. Shrimp Wheel's getting very low, but there's just too much there. Skippy now going in. So little mana though, there's not enough to make it happen. Liam coming out there with bullet time, but again, no kills. But 4 people now committed to this mid lane for very little here from Hui's Hotties. Maybe they'll try to look for a dragon or just buy a reset.
Yeah. You know how there's that sentiment where it's always a fiesta in the bot lane? Will it finally not be in the bot lane this time? Will we have more mid lane fiestas?
All the vision now moving over to bot side of the map just to make sure. Nope, neither team really wants to give away this dragon for free. You can just see the amount of wards that are getting set up down there.
Yeah. And we do have the rolled out now on the Seraphine. You can start getting
There it
those 20 golds.
Completely got rid of that Doran's ring. Said it looked old and faded. Time to move on to the World Atlas.
The ring got rusted.
Not a good look on you, Seraphine. Move on. Now we're stacking. And as is Kung Pao in the top lane.
Yeah. Ooh, do we have a stack check on
we
the...
can take an early stack check. So coming up on 10 minutes. Ooh, third person wants to try to prevent as many. 129 on the stacks for Nasus.
Good trades? Wow. Every time you look at mid lane, there's something going on.
I feel like that's how you got to play Echo, right? Like you just, every time that phase drive is up, just go for it. You have Hail Blades phase drive together, so what could go wrong? It's a guaranteed short kind of trading and winning.
Yeah, and Echo doesn't have very expensive abilities either.
Dratsical being so patient down here, seeing if not Liam and Anger Issues are going to move out. Not spotted, but they're just playing safe. They seem to know something's up, but that is their opportunity to go ahead and start up this dragon. Okay, you're not willing to walk into the river? Fine, we'll start it up. It also, though, is going to be traded for here. This is a 6 grub game now for Hui's Hotties.
Yeah, good on John, seeing that if he can't get the dragon, he will just have the grubs.
Kung Pao deciding this is the time to all in Camille, ghosting forward. Third person trying to get away, gets a little bit of move speed there. Is it going to be enough? Oh, just living with a small amount of HP. Just out of there. Third person, great job. Living. No teleport available, and I just heard a subscriber eat Bonnie me. Thank you so much for subscribing. We're glad to be back, Bonnie. First stream of season 16. So now nothing on the map. It's just a matter of what. Ooh, third person deciding to trade with this Birdio, and now has to face the wrath of Skippy's Hail of Blades Echo. And we'll see if Birdio can do anything against Kung Pao's Nasus here in the top lane. I feel like this is not a matchup that Zyra Zaddies will want in the long term. This is a very temporary fix.
Yeah. I think it was because the Galio had to move up since the Camille didn't have TP after the all-in attempt from Kung Pao there. Just some good lane coverage. That way there's no experience being lost. Nice. Good flash from the Xayah to get that kill.
Pick up James Murphy fan. They've got now 1 kill. Finally following up on that early kill. It's been very very kind of quiet in the bot lane overall since level 1. Oh, but they have found John. Ooh. Looking to collapse, and that is not going to be a Mordekaiser. Going to send to the gray screen instead of the Death Realm. Wrong one.
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Is James Murphy that one guy from Impractical Jokers?
No idea. No idea what you're talking
who James
about.
Murphy is. No? Oh.
No.
It's this TV show. It's these 4 guys who were like high school friends, and they do practical jokes on people, and that's like their show.
That's the stick. Ooh, Xayah Featherstorm comes out, answered by Liam's bullet time, but it's just not enough. Neither really finds their mark, and the auto attack war won by James Murphy fan. I have pop culture, absolutely not my thing. So if there's a show with James Murphy in it, I can't help you. Maybe someone in chat can.
Yeah, does chat know?
Any
James Murphy? Any James Murphy knowers?
Any fans out there? I'm a James Murphy fan. I love Xayah. I think Xayah has been my most played champion in the last few months. Really falling in love with this one. Oh, but John seems to fall in love with third person here. It's just every time third person is stepping up, getting taken down, and it's a rout. Hui's Hotties has had full control of the top side of this map as Rift Herald going down. But Lad and Jurassical don't want to let this go without a fight. Skippy trying to find the flank. Hail up. Blades gonna take down Jurassical. Now there's no smite. John pulling him back in. Death's grasp. Vladimir now trying to get away. Rebirth is available for this Anivia if needed, and has pushed them off of the Rift Herald temporarily. Mithra in chat is saying that James is a musician. James.
Oh, musician. I don't know who I'm thinking then. If it's not the Impractical Jokers guy.
Miss 4. Oh, they have done work on this bot tower trying to claim it. They do have
It'll
the
be close.
Rift minions available, but it's just not enough. 21 HP where
Oh
that
my
thing
goodness.
stands at right now. Rift Herald up, and now they'll finally knock that turret down. And after all that fighting, it's actually going to be Zyra that's going to claim this Rift Herald. Third person moving on to John, and once again putting him inside that ultimatum. You're not going anywhere, even to the Death Realm. Third person.
Nice.
2 kills now in quick succession against that York, or against that Mordekaiser. Skippy though says, I have Hella Blades up. I'm ready to try to get one back.
Ooh. Oh. Okay, he got the raptor. It looks close.
That's really all the support I-
Let's see. Looking at the builds here. Ooh, Rod of Ages on Anivia.
Well, okay,
I do kind of
we're
like this.
stacking. All right, so yeah, especially if you can get away with it, right? Like the early game, in large part thanks to the way that Dropsicle was kind of playing, that Liam and Anger Issues really couldn't punish any sort of a very like passive start going for that Rod of Ages, and so great job there to kind of see that and go for it. And a tier, so double stacking items. So even though Anivia is a support, gonna have that big advantage here, and also another big advantage. World Atlas stat check 372 here, and a quick Nasus update 309.
That's a lot now, actually. That's pretty good for at this point in the game.
Wither going down, Kung Pao only getting stronger. Shrimp Wheels doesn't have a lot to fight, just gonna have to run. Ghost has been used by Kung Pao here. Oh, Siphoning Strike starting to do so much, going for the tower dive, calling for it, and gonna claim another stack here onto this Nasus. Drasticals here, but this is a 3 levels up on this Nasus, who's just gonna try to run away. But third person not going to be able to get away. Drapsicle has sicked the Maiden on this Nasus, but not enough. Going to get out of there. Well done by Kung Pao to score a kill and get out.
Yeah, well played. He even walked in front of the Galio there to make sure he doesn't get the full dash.
So a little consolation claim there from Zyra on the opposite side of the map, scoring a dragon there.
Ooh, and it's Infernal Soul this game.
Infernal Soul 1-1. I'm sorry, it wasn't. It was Waze Hottie scoring that. So 1-1 on the dragons there. So they've had full control over the top side of the map, and now they've leveraged that into their first dragon.
Yep. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, there's another one of the changes that they have going for this next season. They're adding a new plant.
Oh, what does the new plant do?
So it's tied into that jungle objective you were talking about earlier. But basically, like on its own, these new plants, it's similar to the little like embers that you get from the Infernal Dragon. I'm gonna hold that thought in case anything happens. Oh, her person gets
barely
away.
got out of there. Yeah, Liam going in, but all that for 2 ults, and then we're done. So wait, what does it do?
Yeah, it's supposed to be this like little things that you can collect either around the map. Oh my god.
That is so much burst out of this echo. It's incredible.
Yeah, there are these little like things that you can collect around the map. They're similar to like bard chimes, where it gives you a little bit of XP, and it also gives you a little bit of stacking adaptive force, and it's team-wide, so everyone in the team gets it.
Kung Pao's looking for some stacking adapted force right here as Siphoning Strike lands, Siphoning Strike lands. There you go! Shrimp Wheels going down.
Hey, 420 stacks, blaze it! But yeah, the plants are really cool. They're these little things that you collect, and I thought about it because I saw the embers, and it's similar in concept that they're just like lying around the map that you can collect for your team.
Bard one of my most played supports, so I love any mini game that requires me to run around the map collecting things. And like the Infernal Dragon little, I don't even know what they're called, shards?
The embers.
Embers that are around the map.
Yeah.
I'm like constantly like going out of my way to pick them up.
Yeah, it's like I want to back, but I see an ember right there. I can't just not grab it.
Kung Pao's like, you want to back third person, but I want a Camille stack. I see it right there. Let me grab it.
Oh,
Kung Pao is
hurts.
becoming a problem. Level 14 to level 11. It is just over and over and over again. And fleet footwork. I mean, you're never pushing this thing out.
Right.
John now trying to find something in the bot lane. Instead, gonna just try to get away, but the whole team is in pursuit. Lad flashing forward, cannot find that stun. Instead, the grass is gonna come down. John just trying to buy time to kite away from this. Skippy now arriving to go to the back line, cutting off this Anivia, who does have that passive, does not have passive available. That's gonna go down. Not Liam goes on a killing spree. Split here. Liam now going down to Shrimp. Angry Issue's gonna get out with no HP. Giraffe now. She's not gonna live either. Another flash. Shrimp wheels come out. There's no mana though. Watch out. Skippy trying to get away. James Murphy, the on Xayah, has just able to contribute the final DPS. What a back and forth fight. I'm not even sure who came out ahead. I think Quade's Hotties just by a hair.
I think so too, yeah. Oh my god, Skippy is a monster this game. The boy savior at it again.
The boy savior. Where is that coming from? Is this Echo?
Yeah, that's the
Skippy?
that's
Is that the title?
Yeah, that's no. His title is the boy who shattered time, but in Arcane, Jinx calls him the boy savior. The boy skipper.
And nobody can seem to touch this Echo.
Oh my
And
god,
Skippy going unstoppable. It is a 7k gold lead now for Waze Hotties, and I think they're looking to see what they can do to really push this lead. It's time to call for the split push, or it's time to call for the Baron. You got to do something because they have a strong control of this game right now.
I don't think I've ever seen an Echo with almost 2.0 attack speed after that Halo Blades went off. That is insane.
Yeah, and with the Gnasher's Tooth Lichbane, is this like, I don't see a lot of Echo. Like, is this how you build Echo right now? Because it feels strong. James Murphy going right out to this Anger Issues. Are you gonna 2v1? Featherstorm comes out. Yes is the answer. 2 kills scored solo for James Murphy, fan, and not done yet as Jurassical is arriving, but not enough. John is so big on that Mordekaiser to score another one for his team.
Wow. I'm so surprised Xayah didn't die there. Especially with the misfortune having collectors. She did not get collected, unfortunately.
Another Colin for the Dragon here. For Waze Hotties, this will be number 2. Relatively contested. Lots of vision though along the top side for Zyra Zaddies. They know that Baron is a possibility, so they want to try to get a pick before that, but I don't know even bringing one is going to allow for a pick, as you are 5 levels ahead of third persons. Camille Kung Pao looking to just go off 1v3. The first one scored. Galio now arriving. Schwimp taunts up Nasus. Are you invincible, Kung Pao? The answer is no. Shut down. Going to Lad on Anivia.
Now, the Nasus died there, but he almost took the Galio with him, which is a very scary thing to think about.
That was
to
so
have
much.
all that damage, all of that, and he almost gets a kill out of it.
Oof. Yeah, that was so much committed. But they do have Nasus down now. Kung Pao's down. They have like we saw earlier, a ton of vision already committed to this part of the map, and so I like that they're recommitting. All the wards are clearing this out. So if they sense that they have the opportunity to do Baron, I'd love to see Zyra Zaddies try. I think that'd be a great way to get back in the game, because step 1 was definitely get the shutdown on Nasus, and that was secured. So now they need to see
Yeah.
if they can find a way to win a fight, get a pick, or secure this Baron.
Yeah, and just as you said earlier, the vision that they had all around the Baron, they don't have any of it anymore because of the Nasus dying there, and especially when he was such high level, that death timer was really, really long, and they had more than enough time to get all that vision down.
So a little bit of a quiet time here as I kind of look at the items that are being built. You got
Yeah, I see the Profane on the Yorick.
Profane Hydra, so a little bit of a different look for the Yorick here instead of the Shirelda's Grudge that we saw last game out of the Yorick.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what these two items are going to end up being, the Last Whisper and Ruby Crystal.
I don't know either. Is it going to be Mortal Reminder? Like, are we looking for Heal Cut coming from the Yorick here? That is a very interesting observation. What's also interesting here is, oh, I thought it's John here looking to see if he can find anything, but they're sticking together in the jungle, which is smart. Have a warding buddy.
Yeah.
It's going to save your life.
I should call that now. Have a warding buddy. You can't go alone unless you have your warding buddy.
John and Shrimp just kind of facing off. Hello. I don't think anyone wants to do anything though, unless it's around an objective or Baron. Because you have Zyra's Zaddies, they're only 5 kills down, but I think they feel the gold deficit. Like I think they feel like they are very far behind it. And I mean, yes, 6-7k is a lot, and they're just trying to play it as slow as possible. I would actually love to see them commit a lot of vision right now. Ooh, I'll hold that as they're going to try to find something onto Kung Pao. This Nasus having to ghost away. Flashing forward is Girafsicle. Gonna lock him down.
Oh!
Ah, Kung Pao's going to be able to get away, though.
Gets away. And good flash on not Liam to not get caught in that Anivia wall.
Wow, I thought that the instant like auto attack reset to take down the cage, I forget the name, of the Yorick wall was clutch there to make sure that they did not get any extra damage, and now they're looking to turn it back. The whole team has been brought down to this dragon here, as now it's John ghosting after the members of Zyra's Zaddies. The grasp is going to find its mark to the death realm. Here is Shrimp Wheels, and now coming out is not Liam. Double up going to arrive. John in the back line going to slow down James Murphy. Fan Featherstorm probably not going to do enough. Can't even get the blade collar to pull back there. Triple kill goes down, and now it's a full siege. An easy dragon secured for Zyra's Zaddies. Third person coming in, not Liam. Gonna pick that one up very quick here. So the slow start for Liam has now propelled to 8 kills getting collected here for the MF.
Yeah, and that's on top of the bounty as well. That is a lot of gold in that Misfortune's pockets.
Yeah, and that also means that we're up to 10,000 gold lead here for Hui's Hotties. It's Kung Pao. Probably feeling pretty good after the whole team tried to take him down and got to not only live but turn it around. Wow, so much damage there out of Echo, almost taking all of that of Girafsicle's HP bar with just one combo. Guys, there's a bunch of embers up here. I don't know if you've seen them, but
they're all in a nice line.
they're ready
Very,
for you.
yeah. The buffet line of embers.
Oh, Skippy. Shrimp Wheels face checks. Ooh, the taco's down.
Ooh, good dodge.
Nothing to it.
And I imagine those two rods are going to be built into a Rabadon's. So Echo is... If you thought he hurt before, he will hurt a lot more later. Once he has that item.
We've got so many stacks to look at here. We're at 30 minutes. So the Nasus stacks, we're at, where is now? Oh, hold that as we're going to go in. Nasus doesn't need to be there. He's going to come to the mid lane. All right, no damage so far on Kung Pao, who's just putting out so much, but a big counter with the Feather Storm there for a ton of damage. Kung Pao goes down, and now Girafsicle trying to send the ghouls, but Skippy turns around and just erases the health bar, and now John is arriving. The grasp lands onto the Anivia. There is rebirth available. Lad trying to kite it out. Both of those stacking rods in the tier on the Rod of Ages are fully stacked, but they're just going to have to back off. So overall, great counter engage from Zyra Zaddies, but they do end up losing 2 members. But they're not done yet. They're just kind of poking it out. Liam not going to get close enough. They have the opportunity to claim some jungle camps set up around Dragon. Wow, what a fight.
Yeah, what a good turn. I think what really helped out there was the combination of the Anivia and the Camille. You trap one person, you have the Anivia Blizzard on top of them, and it's free damage, especially when it's onto that Nessus who is in the front line.
Vlad now harassing at this Baron. Zyra Zaddies knows they've kind of committed Galio to the opposite side of the map. Teleport is available. We'll see if they want to try to go for some sort of a fight. Third person going to jump in. There's no ultimate available though. Jurassical, the smite now down. Ooh. Baron coming in at low, going to be secured here, and now they're just trying to get out of their shrimp rolls. Just teleported into that pit all alone, just trying to stall out time while John though putting up work against James Murphy in the back line. He's going to get snared though. It's finally the Galio goes down. Third person. Can't get out of there. Skippy coming in, and now it is just this Anivia the rebirth. The egg was not on the map for long. I'm not even sure it touched the ground there. And that means a clean ace and Baron. The end of the game is in sight for Hui's Hotties. Going to score a win in game number 2.
Wow. What an amazing game. Oh, do we have one last stack check before the game ends?
Oh, can we get it? I can't click.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, I was betrayed by the speed of my aging hands. Couldn't click on the Nasus quickly enough. Someone in chat says 806 stat. Oh, that's someone in chat.
Oh, that's
someone in chat happens to be the man, the myth, the Nasus himself here, Kelton. 806 stacks.
My
Congratulations.
God.
What a true monster there. I'm actually surprised at the damage spread. I was expecting it to look a lot different, but very even damage kind of done by everyone. A true team effort, as it always is. But what moments of that game kind of stood out to you?
One of them was definitely in that fight when they were pushing for the inhib tower. Like I said, the big turnaround of that fight was the combination of the Camille and Anivia ultimates taking down that Nasus. Another one is it's just watching Skippy play. He's a pleasure to have watched this whole game.
I was gonna say I definitely learned something about Hail of Blades Echo. I mean, that was the short trades looked impossible to deal with as a melee champion. Like you just get in there, you just trade, and then you get out, and it's so free. Skippy had allowed his team to have so much control through those flanks, through the mid lane. I mean, look at that 9-0 on the stat line. Like what a terror there.
Yeah, and that most gold of the game too.
Yeah, great play. But I also love watching Zyra Zaddies play. Like the first blood going on to Latimir's Anivia was incredible. Like the double stacking Roa and Archangel staff. Like it really felt like they had something they had the bird comp. Like it really felt like they were building towards something.
Yeah, another one of my favorite moments, just as a fun thing to have seen as the game was going on, while Hui's Hotties was taking the Baron, there's just an Anivia art constantly on top of it because Vladimir has all the mana to keep it up.
So effective. All right, I'm going to leave that so that I can get invited to the third game. So looking ahead, where are Quay's Hotties going next? As they've got one, as they're one
Let's
and one,
see.
so looking to end at that on a win. You always, I feel like playing, I always want to end on a win. Like it almost doesn't matter. The first two almost don't matter to me. It's like I like that feel good. Like okay, end on even if I'm 0-2, like okay, let me just end on a win,
Yeah.
then I feel
Can't
good
end
about
on a
myself.
loss.
Yeah, don't do that. Where do we go next? Let's see. Vegas Vixens. Am I right? Yes, Vegas Vixens versus Quay's
Yes.
Hotties in game 3. Do you have it pulled up? Do you know any of these players on Vegas Vixens?
Um, I do, but it has been a while since I've played with them, so I don't entirely remember what they play, who they play.
I know so we've got Frosty Penguins, very likely on the ADC position. Machine Gun, Kirby Go Balls Deep going. We'll get to see this game. Mom's Gene Outlet. I love that we've got some, and then Starstruck as well. Some new faces for me. Some and a
Yeah.
couple of returning, quite a few returning members. Some that have made the Invitational before, so this is going to be fun. Skippy is in chat saying, "Hi, I heard Halo Blade was mentioned." Skippy, we were loving the Halo Blades. It was like every time it was off cooldown, we'd have to pan the camera mid to see you use it, and that meant that you were the only thing we were watching for the most part in the early game. That was incredible play on that Echo, Skippy.
Let's see.
Wait, Kung Pao says Halo Blade's Echo is canon because of Arcade. Is this a thing? I'm
Is this
sorry,
a
because
thing?
of Arcane, not because of the arcade. Arcane. Is this a thing?
Ah,
Uh,
I'm curious.
I don't know. And we get to go right into game 5. Umar is rounding out our fifth
Said
slot.
Kelton says I'm literally just making things up. Don't listen to me.
Kung Pao, don't 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 do this to me. I trust you.
Don't put words in our mouth.
I trust you. I was just gonna all season now. Every time I see Halo Blades, I'll be like, it's like, oh, he's got the arcane rune in the mid lane.
It's canon. It's canon.
He's got the cannon arcane rune. Thanks, Kung Pao. All right, so I'm curious. So Kung Pao has played that Warwick in game 1, then that Nasus. What will we see here? Two very different team comps from Wade's Hotties, like between game 1 and 2.
Yeah.
They've really
Yeah.
switched it up, so I'm excited what they're going to go for. It seems like all these players have nice deep pools and can really surprise us.
Yeah. Not only just deep pools, but champion pools that work together. As you said, they each had a game plan with their team comp, and yeah, maybe they'll surprise us with another team comp style.
So as we're waiting for this game to load, I want to ask, pivoting a little bit away from League of Legends for a moment, because obviously with CMSA, it's not the only game we play. Are you playing in any other leagues? Do you play any other games that are popular on the server?
I am not, unfortunately. I don't really play many games besides League of Legends. Yeah, I mean, only
One of
other games I
those.
play.
It just
Let's
completely
see.
consumed by it. I mean, arguably the best game on the server. So it's
Yeah,
fair. It's fair, and it's always fresh. There's always new changes happening. So I understand
yeah,
that. It's been. I mean, I feel like League of Legends has been my like game that's always going on for like the past now like probably decade or close to it. It's just like always there as something that I'm consistently
yeah.
playing.
It's always
Yeah.
consistent.
To the point I don't really mention it. Like, oh, what do you play? It's like, oh, I'm playing these things now because obviously I'm still playing League. Like that didn't go away
Right.
since the last time we
Yeah.
spoke.
Well, a game that I'm very much enjoying for a while now is have you heard of Balatro?
Why, yes, yes. Game of the Year winning Balatro here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very much a Balatro enjoyer. I became obsessed with the game very early on. Um, and yeah, I mean, I'm still playing it. I don't know if you know like much about it, but I've I guess you could say I've kind of beaten the game already, so I'm kind of just playing it for fun now.
That's see, I come from a Slay the Spire background, so I love like card game roguelikes, and so but I always played on the PC, and so when I heard all the hype around Balatro, I got it for mobile. I literally just got it probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I've
Mhm.
been taken in by it. So I don't it's not ascension. That's not the word that I'm looking for. But like whenever you win a run, you get to make it more challenging on your next run. What is I in Slay the Spire? It's like ascending. What is it in Balatro?
They're called stakes.
Stakes. Yes, you're raising the stakes. That's right. So
Yeah,
I'm still so I'm like halfway through. I don't know if that's what you mean by beating the game. It's like clearing with every
yeah,
deck with every stake. So I'm like I
yeah.
that's my
I've yeah, I've gotten all decks beaten at Gold Stake. It was a challenge and a half.
Oh, I bet some of those decks are tricky. The way I've been doing is like beating one stake with each deck, and then kind of just doing it like the first stake with every deck, and then go to the second one, and then the third one. So that's been.
Mm.
But I don't know that I love doing it that way because I always get around to a certain deck, and I'm like, you are really complicated to play, and I don't. Now I've got to like figure out a whole new strategy again.
Yeah, it's a lot of investment and a lot of math. Oh my God. I never
Oh,
thought I'd
do
have
you
to do such
pre-calculate
complicated math.
everything? Do you like
I
calculate?
pre-calculate
Oh.
I pre-calculate it to a degree where if I know there's a better way to do it, I'll do it.
Okay.
So like one of the things that I learned pretty early on is actually the scorings of your jokers goes from left to right. It's not like regular math where addition and multiplication happen in different instances.
Yeah.
It's literally from left to right. And that's like basic Joker triggering. There's also like depending on when certain Jokers trigger its effect, essentially. And that's where you get into weird things like um, have you heard the Baron mime thing?
No, I have not.
Okay, so the way it works is that the Baron Joker, it increases your molt by X 1.5 based on how many kings are in your hand. And then
Oh.
Mime takes the effects of in-hand abilities and repeats it. So it repeats the scoring of the Baron essentially.
I see. Okay, so it just like gets really, really obscene really quickly. I think that's
It
what's the
gets
most fun about the game is you like big numbers go high. Like it just
yeah,
when all of
yeah.
everything starts triggering and just like boom boom and then your score
Oh, the bing
multiplies.
and the bonging, the bing and the bonging, it's so satisfying.
It's great. Speaking of repeating things, though, they're running it back. Wade's hotties are. They've got Misfortune Seraphine locked into the bot lane.
Yeah. And actually they banned the Nasus this time.
Oh, okay. So maybe somebody over there on who was it? Vygar's Vixens Nasus player. Actually, I've seen Frosty also play some Nasus. Can happen. So, ooh, a Jinx though
Hey,
locked
here we
in.
go. Hui's hotties and there's a Hui.
Finally, the Hui. Always. I feel like it's surprising how infrequently that happens, where the the team has drafted their namesake.
Karma coming out. I'm very sure that that is for Mars. There have been many a times where Karma in the hands of Mars has been an absolute terror.
And good karmas are so difficult to play with or against
Right?
in lane. Like it just feels like you can never walk up and do anything. Like I love having
Ooh,
a karma on the team.
Taric. You don't see that often.
Chowdo in chat says, not Liam is the best ADC.
Ooh, you
So
heard it here first.
right there from Chowdo, best ADC in the league on Misfortune, 1-1, trying to bring it up to a week 1 W. See if it can happen.
And so far, I think Veigar's Vixens is leaning towards a scaling comp. You've got Jinx and Syndra, hoping for some late game damage.
And then a Nautilus
Oh,
and a
wait.
Seraphine. And I was confused. So I get to play my favorite game of try to figure out where everyone's going.
Try to...
So
Yes.
let's see how that goes. Oh, Jinx Nami. That's gonna be good here. Nami's such a lane bully in that bot
Right.
lane. She's like the queen of enchanters. Enchanters I feel like in a good spot right now, but you just don't see him played a whole lot.
Yeah. I'm actually very curious about this Nautilus. There was a time when Nautilus top was meta.
Yeah, I can remember that it wasn't all that long ago. But I mean, I haven't seen it. That said, I haven't seen it in a really long time. So, although this coming from the man, of course, who plays Thresh, like Thresh Nautilus like adjacent, right? Like they're both these hook champions. Like, do you just it's only Thresh, no Nautilus?
I play each of the hook champions. It's just I have my preferences.
So
As
looking
I'm
at
saying this, I have a little Thresh statue sitting right next to me.
no,
He's
you
just chilling
don't.
out. I do.
Okay, I
I got
didn't.
this for my birthday
It
one
didn't
year.
bother me that you weren't on camera. Now it bothers me that you're not on camera because I want to see the little Thresh statue. That's all I really. Or I honestly, I don't even need your face. Just next time, just have your camera on with just the Thresh statue sitting.
Just the Thresh
It's
statue.
like your
Yeah.
avatar. Okay, so looking at this, I've got. I think I think it's Nautilus Jungle for Hui's Hotties. That's how I'm reading this with a Seraphine support. And then looking at Veigar's Vixens, I'm
Yeah, I don't
thinking
disagree.
Volibear Jungle with Urgot top. That's how I'm reading this. Now, with that said, how do these teams want to play? How do they want to win? Does one team have an advantage?
I don't think either team has an innate advantage over the other. I think that the Urgot and the Nami even will be able to hold out the game so that it's not too snowbally for the other team and allow some time for the Jinx and Syndra to get online. But when you have something like the Nautilus and the Seraphine who can combo really well when they engage, so I think it'll be pretty hard for the Veigar's Vixens to play once the team fights start rolling around. But I think as long as they buy themselves enough time to give Jinx and Syndra the resources they need to carry, then I think Veigar's Vixens has a really good chance to win this game.
See, as I look at this, I agree. I think that Hui's Hotties has like kind of it's straightforward, like what they want to do, and Veigar's Vixens probably needs to finesse out to the late game. Like you said earlier, like clearly Jinx and Syndra, and this team's gonna scale really really well. So, but can they get there safely? The Nautilus is gonna be the X factor for me. Like how much can
Yeah.
presumably how much can John get done early? Like I don't think if it's Nautilus jungle, I don't think this Nautilus is gonna clear very early. If it's Olaf jungle, I still think you have to play really aggressively, and you can look to attack the enemy jungle. You can look to take a lot of early objectives, and so regardless of the pick, I think that Hui's Hotties can bring the pressure early and try to stymie the scaling that Veigar's Vixen wants to do, and so I think they really need to make sure they're playing an up tempo style game.
Yeah. And I think even if it is Olaf jungle, it actually leaves a lot of room to play topside because ganks are going to be so easy for Olaf when you have this Nautilus. So yeah, I can't wait to see which one. They've been pretty interchangeable, the top and jungle picks tonight.
Yeah, it's been hard to say. Now, like, just watch. It's gonna be like Seraphine mid Hui bot. Let's see how it
It's actually
goes.
Hui APC Miss Fortune
Yes.
support.
Oh, talk about a throwback. Miss with the old MF support. Haven't seen that in a while.
Oh yeah. Let's see, we have Chowdor in the chat. Frosty Penguins doesn't always know how to kite, but he tries his best.
Frosty. Oh, Frosty. Frosty can kite. Frost.
He can kite.
Why are we doing? We're gonna see Frosty kiting. We're gonna have a Frosty kite cam this game. I'm sure we're gonna see it.
The answer to Chowdor's question, it's Last Breath. Boom, I got it. What is the name of Yasuo's ult? It's Last Breath.
Wait, oh, someone asked that in chat? Where did you find that?
Yeah, it says Chowdor. All right, chat, let's test knowledge.
Oh, there we go. Yes. The ultimate ability. I mean, I think his ultimate ability is just getting to 10 deaths and then having a huge power spike. That's really the ultimate ability of any good Yasuo player. Okay, looking at the skins, we got Fright Night Nautilus.
Yeah,
I like that.
I love Hui's Hottie skins. They all look so elegant, and then there's Broloff. Oh, but they're all pink. I love it.
Oh, the coordination here.
Well, not the Hui's got a little bit of pink, but they are pink blue, so they're in the color palette. Perfectly in theme. Ooh, I like that Volibear skin. I don't remember which one that was.
So it is going to be Nautilus jungle here for John.
Yeah, Nautilus jungle, not Tungle, if you will.
Yes, I'm sure that's what it is.
I mean, you have not Tungle, and then you got Volley Bungle. There you go.
The Bungaloo. All right. Not Bungle. Let's see it, Volibear. So Rico on Volibear here. I think both. I see both of these junglers wanting to not be afraid to like gank early and often. I don't. We'll see. We'll see how they want to play out these early games. I love that John is pathing directly towards this bot side for the possible early gank here. They have a strong lane, and Frosty's gonna have to be very, very careful not to get hooks, not to get snared. Stay alive as they get started.
Okay. Volley starts red, Nautilus starts Raptors. Pretty standard stuff.
But jungle's pathing away from each other, so there won't be early meetups here, and both of the solo laners are going to have to be on their toes because they don't have any counter gank potential. I'm always curious whenever it's like a opposite path like this, how long it stays this way.
Until they meet. Ooh. Ooh.
Both level 2. Oh, you got a low HP Olaf right where Kung Pao wants to be.
Wow, I gotta say,
on this Urgot.
Kung Pao has been on top with these level 2 advantages. Every game he's always getting the good trades as soon as he gets a level up. It's a little risky now, but...
It is. Next in line is level 3. Not gonna get there though, Mom's Gene immediately exploits it and scores first blood for Thygars Vixens.
And good on Mom's Genes there. Max range flip.
It almost felt like Kung Pao was counting down the minions. Was I think 1 minion off of level 3. And then Urgot, Mom's Genes on Urgot just went ahead and gone for it. Now Kung Pao wants to try to find that return kill. Mom's Genes did get the level, so up to level 4 here. Is that going to be enough to keep him alive? Oh, gonna get out of there.
Oh my god! So good at throwing those axes. He's hit every single one.
Rossi's starting to connect already. Anger issues. They're getting low. And then this is a good place for Frosty's bot lane here. Frosty and Mars are putting on the hurt, which is what you want here. As Jinx, you get the early push with just rocket form and kind of go out, but they got to be careful because John is finishing up the clear. Jungler arriving. Oh, the snare does not. Oh, forcing flash.
Ooh.
John, Frosty's flash now gone on this Jinx. So gonna have to be a little bit more careful about moving up.
Good reaction from Frosty there.
Meanwhile, another kill went down on this Olaf, so Rico gonna walk away. Already collecting a kill on that jungle.
Yeah, I think the wave actually looks good for Kung Pao here. Should be able to catch it before the minion crashes. Yep. Oh.
Yeah, great traps there by Frosty to help keep his support alive. Mars will have to go back. Just sort of hanging out, but now Rico coming onto this side of the map. John has spent a lot of time trying to make sure that the bot lane got ahead, and nothing came out of it. And this is dangerous because Hui's Hotties wants to crash this wave, and Volibear is on that bot side of the jungle. They actually ping him out, knowing that Rico's down there. They're just gonna safely base, even if they can't get a clean crash.
Yeah, I mean it's still pretty worth, especially since Misfortune has first strike here. So on top of that slight CS advantage, whatever gold she got off of that should help with buying some items. Every gold counts. Okay, and we got the Bombies now. Bombies now for the Nautilus jungle. It'll definitely help out with the clear.
Ooh, Mom's Jeans. Trying to continue to use the small advantage gained here. Kung Pao, though, has been farming very successfully, as you pointed out. And now John arrives. Nautilus is here. Hook misses. Root can't miss. Kung Pao is not quite in range to throw that axe, so Mom's Jeans gets out, but lane's pushing out. There's no HP, no teleport available, so could lead to even more of a CS advantage for Kung Pao.
Yeah, and Olaf's a really good champion to freeze waves with, because he can just pressure his opponent away from the wave.
Oh, that
good bubble.
Bubble lands on Anger Issues. It's not going to be enough to score a kill, but Rico trying to find a kill onto John. Skippy walking over to help out his jungle, pushing him out.
Oh no! Skippy accidentally presses R.
That Spiraling Despair just going out. Bummer for Hui. But I mean, it has not slowed down in the mid lane. A big CS lead already being built by Skippy, who's been farming well all evening.
I gotta say, I admire your knowledge of ability names, because I, for the life of me, can't remember all of them. My only knowledge of ability names is when I play Loldul and I complete the daily the daily challenges.
That's actually a good way to kind of keep things at top of mind. Loldul and Squirtle, if you're a Pokemon fan, those are my two favorite kind of nerdy ones to do.
Oh, okay, because I've also tried, have you tried Pokudoku?
I have not done that, no.
It's supposed to be like, it's a Sudoku board.
Interesting.
I guess it's what it calls it. It's supposed to be a Sudoku board, but on the labels of the table are like ways to classify Pokemon. So there's like 3 categories, you know, going down, and then 3 categories going from left to right. So something will say like it's supposed to be from the Kanto region, and it's also supposed to be a fire type. So then you have to list the fire type to put in that spot.
Oh my goodness. I will have to try that out. That sounds really interesting.
Oh yeah, it's really fun.
I love that.
The main challenge of it is that if the Pokemon you put is not common for other players to put, that increases your score.
Oh my
so like
gosh.
the more unpopular your score is, the better.
Wow, as you're describing that, I can't help but think that this dragon is very unpopular, because like Everyone was here, and they all just ignored it. I thought it was gonna go down. I really did. I thought there'd be a big fight. I kept waiting to like interject and say, "Okay, the fight's happening. We're gonna do dragon," and then everyone just walked away from it. It's just gonna keep sitting there.
Yeah, looks like it's just gonna be a vision fight for now.
Oh my goodness,
Okay.
Rico has eyes for Kung Pao. Once again, trying to score another kill here. Leaping in, trying to find it. Oh, but someone did find it from off screen. Mom's Jean Outlet scoring that Fear Beyond Death. And a second kill.
Good snipe. Good snipe. Honestly, one of the more satisfying long-range skill shots.
Oh yeah, one
Are
of the
those-
most satisfying. Like that cross-map Jinx rockets and Ashe ultis are satisfying to hit. Xerath could be, but if you land all of them, I just think you're scripting. Kung Pao ghosting forward into Mom's Jeans outlet. Oh, the undertow leaving it short. Can't convert a kill, but puts
It's the
the
flash,
pressure
though.
on. Meanwhile, Skippy and Machine Gun trading blows in that mid lane. And Machine Gun just
Oh! That was so close.
staying alive.
It just barely touched Syndra's toes.
Oh, Kung Pao does not want to let Mom's Jeans outlet go easily. Teleport is available though. Could just play this safe and take it, but maybe trying to bait something in.
Yeah, could be trying to hold out for the dragon just in case anything happens. But Kung Pao is keeping the pressure here.
Just right there on that Broloff. Oh, Mom's Jeans, you are so low. But Kung Pao doesn't have a massive HP bar. Finds level 8. And then gonna go ahead and try to go in. No max range flip this time. Oh, but look, there is a rocket! Not gonna find its mark though.
Oh, sorry. Drank some water, wrong tube.
Rico now looking. Ooh, a double up takes almost half of Mars' HP bar, but perhaps it's just a bait because Rico is lying in wait. They see the volley now, but they're so deep. Tidal wave coming down. That's going to knock up both of them. Anger issues. They're forced to try to get away. Rico now ghosting forward. And it just is not enough. Not Liam trying to put down a lot of damage.
The
Almost
heal.
executed Frosty. Needed the heal to make it happen. Oh, actually no execute available as it is a Ghost Blade for not Liam this game. So a little extra movement speed.
Yeah, and with Misfortune, my god, she'll be zooming.
So plates going down. Dragon going down, being claimed by the Vixens. And,
And
so on the opposite side of the map, Quays Hotties wants to see if they can claim Mom's Jean outlet. John coming up here, dropping the depth charge. Gonna see if there's a snare to be had, rooting him up with that staggering blow, and then they're gonna get out of there. Kung Pao securing a comeback kill. So now that's big because yes, two like has died 3 times, but now has a kill and a lot of CS. Ooh, Skippy thought there was enough damage to get Machine Gun Kirby, but just unsuccessful and instead paying with a life.
And surprisingly, even with the kill advantage and the bounce on Volibear, the gold is not far off at all. Only by 300, 400, 300?
Yeah, it's a close game. I love that the early game has not been either like one-sided here. John and Rico both staring at these. Oh, the Jinx Super Mega Death Rocket finds its mark. That puts John pretty low. That means Stormbringer's going to come in following this Nautilus here. You've got Mom's Jean outlet. Has Fear Beyond Death available for that ultimate. Going to try to take down John. Just finally doing it, but lived a long time. Kung Pao is in the area, having to ghost now to get out. Getting stunned up, though. And now they're going to turn their sights back. It looks like that they will claim their prize.
Nice, another kill for the Volibear. He will be very strong.
Yeah, Rico on this volley playing it so well, 3-0 and 2, and that's where most of the gold for this team sort of lies. You've got Frosty farming well, 50 leading the team with the gold there. But then Olaf, Kung Pao's Olaf actually has the most gold in the game right now, so very wealthy. As the first items are all getting completed across the board.
Yeah, especially when he had those 4 plates.
Oh, a half HP Kung Pao here. And it's a 1v2. I don't think you're winning that one. Goodbye.
Nope.
But yeah, plates that were also huge for Kung Pao.
Ooh.
When the ganks don't stop, and there's that 1-2 punch there.
Good extension on that Seraphine ult.
Just what do we call it? Encore time? The encore time. Making it happen. Ooh, okay, a really teleport here. Gonna try to get one back. Liam!
Oh my god.
Auto double up, but John coming out here knowing it's a 1v2. Dropping the dredge line. Frosty nowhere to go. That's a shutdown onto not Liam's MF. Oh, Rico versus John. Volley does so much damage. John just trying to get away from that. Oh, but Rico's going to continue to follow here. 2 ults used, and everyone on Hui's Hotties gets to walk away.
Nice, good flash from John there. To make sure he does not die.
And look at that, you're talking about the gold remaining equal, and boy, has it remained equal.
It is.
Looking at the build, like oh wait, Mom's Gene doesn't want to go down, but this time taking a turret shot. Ooh, Kung Pao! Had that connected, that last turret shot could have done it in, but Kung Pao juking it out. And now gets to push. First tower claimed for Hui's Hotties. And immediately answered back by Vagr's Vixens. Looking at the builds, static Shiv for Jinx as a first item, and then follow that with a Serrated Dirk. Normally you see like Opportunity or one of the lethality items as a first item for Jinx. This is like an interesting like hybrid sort of Jinx style that you're seeing.
Yeah, I think most of it has to make sure that you match the Misfortunes wave clear. I think so. The static Shiv will help with that, and then Jinx can move first if ever there's like a upcoming team fight somewhere in the map.
Dragon is spawning, and I feel like so much of this game has focused around Kung Pao's Olaf so far, and he actually came down to that part of the map just to kind of hang out. Now he's going back top, but it seems like this team wants to focus on taking Dragon and using Kung Pao's power right now.
Yeah, and I think it's important that he goes top now, especially since Urgot. Ooh,
a big pick off. The TP from Mom's Jeans just to, well, not get to both get out and to answer on the opposite side of the map. But they're man down.
Yeah, at the very least, that's Kung Pao was able to get Urgot as low as he can before the TP goes off. So even though they have the numbers advantage, they do have one member that is not full HP.
No teleport available as the tidal wave comes out, locking down the back line immediately though. One falls, and now Mars just trying to keep Frosty alive, who's very excited. The attack speed on that Jinx is big, has the speed, trying to chase down not Liam. The slow lands, but there's lots of peel. Don't go out too much. Mars following with a heal, so they effectively push off the 2, but now really your carry is so low. You do have the smite available though. Skippy and Liam are in the area. They have the HP bars to try to support this. Just poking and prodding. And now they're forced to get out. Tried to take a steal, but with no smite not available. Good attempt, but ultimately secured by Hui's Hotties. I'm sorry, I also need to circle by Vager's Vixens to go up 2 dragons.
And what's... Did we see which soul this game is yet? Hextech. Okay, cool.
Hextech.
So now we have the Hex Gates. I always forget.
You always forget those?
Yeah, I always
Rico
forget those.
taking it right away.
I will say though, if I tell myself that we have Hex Gates, I'll remember.
I like to call them
But if
out.
I don't say it out loud, yeah.
Double stun rooted for Machine Gun Kirby. And so Kung Pao and Skippy were a little bit in danger, but they are able to walk away before Mom's Jeans get there. Yeah, if I'm in a game and I remember to use them, I try to say it out loud so everyone I'm playing with will try to also remember to use them. Because they do make the difference between getting to point A and point B much, much faster.
Yeah.
Liam doesn't want this turret to fall. A TP now used from Skippy. Man, there are 10 people around this mid lane right now. There's got to be a fight, right? John will find it. Snared, stunned. Volley's just going to go straight in, though, with the Stormbringer. Trying to secure a kill, but instead just going to get shut down himself. So Rico going down, and now all of Hui's hotties trying to connect for one more. That dredge line just... actually, I think it would have hit. It had to be Flash. You have that. You have the pop of the final one. It was for sure confirmed.
That will hit. Yeah. As a Nautilus player, that will hit.
Well, they do start up this Baron. Hui's hotties does not want to let this go easily. Machine Gun Kirby finds one.
Syndra.
Looking for a second tidal wave coming through. Low HP bars. The Baron still has a lot of HP. Remember, it's shredding that resist. But Dredgeline coming through. Go Balls Deep gonna go down. Now Mars and Frosty trying to kite. Frosty cannot get it out. Will only score the 1 kill. Mars flashing away. I think they have successfully stopped the Baron attempt.
And that's worth, honestly. Them not getting the attempt for Baron there.
Oh, 100%. And it was a 2 for 2. Like on top of that. So it was nothing. I mean, certainly great for Vager's Vixens there to stop the Baron take, and now Mom's Jeans gets a push. And if they want, they can have full control of this side as everyone on Hui's hotties has to go back.
Yep.
They're going to force the tower. Kung Pao says, I see a low HP bar. I'm going to go and try to kill. So Urgot going down there. Kung Pao has just been, I mean, I feel like inhabiting this skin of Broloff, just doing the Broloff things.
The Broloff buff. Just a Broloff. I'll drink to that.
Well, Machine Gun Kirby has really been finding these like long range scatter the weak for the stun on Syndra. Like if the squishies from Hui's hotties aren't careful, that's going to be just turn into a quick kill if the rest of the team is there to follow up.
Yeah, and all that poke was key to stopping that Baron attempt from earlier.
Another person who's done a lot of work this game is Mars. Like, she's just been all over clearing wards, keeping everyone safe. Like, so much of what supports do are so understated if you're not on a flashy support like Nico. But the tidal waves have been so good to just buy time and space for her team.
And as you said, the vision. The second highest above Mars's 42 is John's 29. That is a huge difference.
Now Machine Gun trying to hold off mid turret. It falls. Rico trying to find a flank, forces the flash out of Skippy McSkipper in the mid lane. Now once again, Dragons coming up, and we have a lot of members here. Mom's Jean Outlet a little far away as both teams starting to move into this Dragon area. They don't know about the HP. Now they have an idea. Rico has Stormbringer, probably going to be the one to start this fight if they're going to go for it. There it is! Stormbringer comes in. It's a 50-50! Stolen by Rico! Over the top is the tidal wave. Now they're just trying to take the fight. Mom's G now listens to the back line. HP bars are starting to go low, but they've been picked off. Frosty! Rocket goes in, but can't find a reset. So ultimately, only the one kill. Oh, but Machine Gun does find the stun, but it's actually turned around immediately. Liam on that MF is so bursty, both Ghostblade and Collector. Wow.
And what did it there is that, unfortunately, Machine Gun Kirby was on a ward. So as close as it was to the kill, they did see what she was planning. And will John get out? No.
Getting a run down, John. And now you have this awkward like death timer. 30 seconds on it. That's your jungle. So you lose a lot of map control that way. I wonder if they're gonna try to put anything around this Baron now that Dragon's not up. What a huge steal also to start that off by Rico. That puts them at soul point now.
Wow, and again, even with the 3 dragons, even with the grubs, the gold still is in the lead for Hui's Hotties. They're still up by 4K.
I know. Yeah, Hui's Hotties actually pulled a little. It's been so close, but yeah, it's a small gold lead, but almost entirely the buffs from the dragons are kind of mitigating that right now. It is so close. Everyone at 2 or 3, like third items are just now getting completed for some members. Like Frosty can go off and get a reset in a team fight and just wipe. You could also see like not Liam and Anger Issues hitting a massive like encore time and just taking out Vager's Vixens in one big combo. So the fights are going to be so volatile going forward around these objectives.
And that means anything can happen, and that's what we're here for.
So now back to Kung Pao's been quiet for a little bit. Still like doing the Broloff thing. Hasn't been able to really get successfully pushed until this moment. I think it's so focused on that mid and that bot. And now he's going to go ahead and declare Ragnarok, try to run down Mom's Gene outlet, but has to start walking away. Preserve the life.
Okay, and that's no flash for the Urgot now.
Oh, and all
And Kung Pao has both his summoners.
Members are hunting. A stun landed by Machine Gun Kirby. There's no Ragnarok available, but there is a ghost. Kung Pao trying to juke it out. Is gonna get away with all that movement speed. And now Nami there to start healing. Mars once again supporting with that tidal wave. Dredge line lands, pulling back Machine Gun Kirby, but you're losing those HPs. John very quickly, Skippy trying to keep the back line out. There's the combo! Both the Encore and the bullet time land. Double kill for Liam, who's now trying to open up into the bot lane. Liam moving in. Frosty alive and kiting well, trying to get out of there with Mars. Again, low HP from John and Liam. There's no Death Rocket available to pick this up. What a fight.
What a fight. And good
there it is, it's come back off reset, but it's not enough. Oh my goodness.
Just enough to stall the recall.
Oh my
Frosty
god. Sees
Will
it.
Frosty
Are you really
do it again?
Gonna go for it? Slow lands, flashing forward, and now excited, and there's another one here, Skippy on Hui. But it's a lot of bursts. You have a Nami, gonna try to kite it out, just fishing with that zap right now. Oh, the blue trinket though, with fear. Oh, but Mars is there to try to keep your carry alive. And are we just gonna kind of handshake, say, hey, look, I know. Yeah, we're both out of there. Okay. No one wants to actually lean. Oh no, Skippy does want to lean in. Looking for this. And finds it shut down for Skippy.
That's a lot of damage.
What a play. And blind too in that brush.
Right. Okay, having around Baron. Does John want this?
Oh, one team has they've finally started up Baron here for the second time this game. This time it's once again Hui's Hottie starting this up. This time Ballsy, it's not close enough here. Or Machine Gun Kirby not close enough to actually stop this. It's getting low, but they're also losing Hex on the opposite side, so that is Soul. So they've just kind of decided to trade away this Soul. There's a rocket coming in. Not going to find a kill onto Liam. Machine Gun now is here to start poking. But I think they're just playing it slow right now. Anger Issues dropping low, one down. That is secured. Kung Pao got pushed off by Mom's Gene Outlet, so a Baron secured and a Dragon secured.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, where did she go?
It was immediate for there. As Liam, it looked like collected at half HP, but his red line lands onto the back line. This could be disastrous for Vegas Vixens, Hui's Hotties. They have Baron, and now they have a big numbers advantage. Only 2 surviving members up. Rico flashes.
Oh
Liam.
my god, the hook!
Oh, John trying to peel for his carry, but ultimately Rico gets the shutdown, and now Rico and John, or Rico has John in the Volibear's sights. The 1,000-year bear gonna go ahead and take down John.
Nice. Lots of money in that Volibear's pocket now.
Wow, they thwart the Baron push. I mean, yes, a lot of money went into the hands of Hui's Hotties, but I mean, Vegas Vixens gave it away to trade for a Hextech Soul, which is such a strong soul.
Yeah, and especially when you have champions like Olaf that can take advantage of that soul.
So a Axiom Arc completed for this misfortune. Not Liam deciding the cooldown is what he wants.
Yep. Ooh, and the Hex Plate for Kung Pao here. He wants those Ragnarok timers.
It's all about the ultimates here for Hui's Hottie.
Yep. And that also goes with the combo that they're going with, right? With the Seraphine ult, having that person stand in front to extend the range. So it's actually similar to the team comp that they had before in Game 2.
John decided to give Mars a hug here, and is now fully committing, sending the Reg line all the way, and not Liam will clean it up with bullet time. 2 ults used to secure that Nami. So not a lot of big ults available. Let's see if they can continue the fight. They're going to try. Encore use. There's no follow-up, though. And now Anger's just trying to just get out. They're turning it. Vegas Vixens now. It seems to be the one in pursuit. Mom's Gene's Outlet's going to help Frosty Penguin score a kill onto John. The rocket comes out, but the no low HP bars. So again, right when they're knocking on the door, it's Vegas Vixens finding the kills. Oh, you're about to get collected. Not Liam securing a 13th kill on stream.
Oh my god. I have to know just how much First Strike gold Misfortune has gotten, because she is bursting these tanks even so fast.
Is there a way for me to check is what I want to know.
I don't know if we can from our point of view,
RPO,
but I know at least not Liam can.
Yeah. Not Liam? What are you at?
Let us know. If you can hear us, let us know.
Someone send us a sign. Yeah, you're right. It's got to be a lot of money. And, I mean, this is very, very close now to full build.
Yeah, because, I mean, even though, like, the Misfortune has kills over the Jinx, it's enough where she basically just has a full item ahead, a full item and a half even ahead of the Jinx, which is crazy given how close their scores are.
God, It might be 8K, but it just doesn't feel that way because I mean, I would like to know how you would quantify the gold value of like the dragons here because it's not insubstantial. You have the soul, and you're down 7,000 gold. Like it's not a bad position, especially if they can
No.
get Jinx on another item like that. And she is at 3 now. You've got that Infinity Edge. I'd love to see like a Runin's Hurricane, maybe a
Yeah,
Phantom Dancer here for
I
Jinx.
think that's that this Zeo be able to
Kung
spread
Pao.
that damage.
Oh, that would be huge. And Kung Pao trying to spread the damage onto Mom's Gene Outlet, who's gone all the way around. And this time Kung Pao comes out ahead. Unfortunate Mega Deck Rocket did not land. Not Liam putting out so much burst damage. And look at that, just so frivolous with the ultimate. Having that Axiom Arc to just get the refund back, be like, I can afford 2 shafts of my ult to hit. That's fine.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the circle, the cooldown circle right now. It's almost already at half.
Not Liam, though. This is a tricky 1v1, though. Rico has gotten on top of MF. They are bringing a TP, and not Liam wisely flashing back to Kung Pao here just to kind of use him to scare off Rico because Volibear was looking to win that 1v1.
Yeah, very well played from that Liam there. And we do have this Baron that just spawned now, so this is something to look at.
Oh, both Baron.
As well as the Elder.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be just a seesaw. Neither team, I think, can afford to give the other team any of these objectives, so there's going to be a fight here. Everyone from Hoyatati using the base gate to get here quicker. Importantly, Kirby is about to show in the top lane. That could be a trigger to go here. Now they know there's no Syndra. Not Liam with a lot of burst. Urgot, you're going to go down. That means that Rico's just going to have to go in. It's 1v4, getting charmed up as Encore lands. Ooh, but Mars, great tidal wave to buy a little bit of time here. Flashing the hook, but that just means that Frosty's the one that gets hit instead. And so now there's no carry. There's no fight. Elder's up. Kung Pao going deep as well, taking on Machine Gun. Kirby still alive, hanging on with 1 HP, gonna score the double kill. That's 4 members down for Hui's Hotties.
He's alive! He's alive! Oh my god, Kung Pao.
Hui's Hotties coming out ahead big on that one. They're going to secure Elder, and they may have their sights set on any more. Will they try to hit this turret? They still have lots of time. It might be game.
This might be the game.
Nami's not here. Elder is now up. First turret falls. It's only Mom's Gene Outlet. Urgot trying to get in there, but there's an execute coming.
Ooh. Oh, big rocket. Ragnarok, what a pull! Oh my god.
Frosty tried to kite it out, but it was just an Elder Dragon and too much. And that means that Hui's Hotties will go 2-1 on the night. Will secure that excellent win there.
GG, well played.
Well played by both teams. I mean, it was so close. And I love the kind of interplay between all the dragons and the gold lead that was built. What a great series of games. Did any moments of that game stand out to you?
One of them, definitely that ending, and Kung Pao is living on a hair of HP left at the end. And also, I just love their coordination, especially with these frontline Nautilus and Olaf, and then coordinating that with the Seraphine Misfortune combo. That has been such a success for them this game.
It was so successful. I loved, that was one of my highlights too, was just seeing like the bullet time and the encore kind of working together to score some really big wins for Hui's Hotties. And but I also gotta say, like, there were like Rico diving in there with Stormbringer and stealing the dragon and then cleaning up the fight was huge. Kirby like preventing Hui's Hotties from taking Baron not once but like twice, just with all the poke and just like going in there. Machine Gun Kirby did such a great job, and I mean Frosty just getting excited on that Jinx and trying so much. I couldn't stop talking about Mars's wards the whole like it was just very well played by Vager's Vixens, but Hui's Hotties well earned on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And John making a jungle Nautilus happen. Like what? Okay, that I don't know. I didn't have that ready to go, but John certainly did. So well played,
Let's
everybody.
go. Not Tungle. Not Tungle reigns supreme.
What a great way to end week 1 of season 16. That was electric, and I'm excited for you to play now coming up in the next few games. Maybe I'll see you on the stream in a few weeks. Thank you,
Yeah.
Soup, for casting. I think it was
Yeah, thank you for
awesome.
having me.
Yeah, anything you want to say before we sign out here?
Um, if you want to tune in, play with us, you'll have some fun. You'll have some moments just like these, and it'll be great.
Looking on the calendar, there's Arts Games Night coming up on Saturday, January 11th at 7 p.m. So if you're interested, I would suggest you go on there. We always love to do in-person events. I'm not now. It's so cold weather. I'm like, please don't. let me just sit inside and be cozy. That's
Yeah,
the
and
only
everyone's
thing on the
sick
calendar right
now.
now.
Like,
There's also, though, I know it's not on the calendar, but also do mark your calendars. I don't know the dates, but go online and look for C2E2 because we will be at C2E2 again, like we were last year for CMSA. We'd love to see you out there. I know a lot of us made the trip last year to go and see that. So if you're watching and are in Chicago, and we'll be in Chicago in springtime for C2E2, please come out. We'd love to see everyone there. And if you're interested in helping us make C2E2 happen, please reach out. We'd love to have you volunteer for that. Also, if you're watching and you're in the Ruby League, I need to secure some other co-casters because it's so fun to have someone on stream that knows the players. It was so great to hear from you, Soup, tonight, and just the information you're able to share. So I need to find a few more Ruby casters to help. So if you're watching, if you're Ruby, if you know the Ruby players, reach out to me so I can because we'd love to have you on the stream. All right. I think our time has come to a close. Great first week. Soup, once again, thank you so much for tuning in
yeah, this was
or for
fun.
making this
Thank you for
happen for
having
week
me.
1. All right, everybody who's watching, thanks for being along for the ride. You guys make this happen. I love this community. And stay warm and have a good night. I will see everyone on the Rift in the future.
Yeah.
Good night,
Good night,
all.
everybody.